In the summer of 1993, some 4 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, two West German researchers named Ernst Schmatterfest and Hans von der Bra were dispatched to the Stasi-Unterlagenbehörde archives in the East German town of Zwickau. Here, they made a most startling discovery. Amongst a set of gramophone recordings, there was one recording by a little-known cellist named Log Weinenzig, dating from the 1930s. This recording is one of the earliest examples of RPG-based music and undermines the accepted doctrine that role-playing games were the creation of Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson, as it predates the 1974 release of Dungeons & Dragons by some 40 years. This recording has been lovingly restored, and here, for the first time, we are delighted to present the first ever public performance of Der Trefferpunkte, the hit points. Written for cello, viola and 2 violins, the piece tells the story of a hapless rust monster as it encounters a party of adventurers.
Eins, zwei, drei, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 Punkte Erben auf dem Kopf des Monsters. 20 Punkte Erben mit meinem Plus 3 Schwert. 20 Punkte Erben auf dem Kopf des Monsters. 20 Punkte Erben mit meinem Plus 3 Schwert. 20 Punkte Erben auf dem Kopf des Monsters. 20
We haven't got time for this. We've got a long episode to get through. Who are you?
Die Google-Frau.
This isn't something to do with Dan, is it?
Nein.
Anyway, look, can you just... Yeah. Don't touch that. Just pick up. Just
Du
go.
bist ein Penis.
Oh, charming. We'd better get on, because we have a double-length, super special series finale to get through. So rate, review, subscribe, email, Twitter, Facebook, you know the drill. I hope you like combat. And without further ado, let's have episode 25, Hard Hobbit to Break. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
Evening.
Where we left things. Oh, well, now tonight's beer is Arcade Beer Works number 4. Paul, it is a miracle.
It's a miracle.
I've been drinking water. Sparkling water.
Now, where we left things, Burple had freed himself from the tendril of this roper.
Oh, God.
Parker is fighting little twiglets.
So normal service is resumed.
The evil end-of-level boss, Grallak Kur, is suspended in the chamber. Cuthbert and Sessions are kind of doing their best. Grimbold is in a bit of trouble. But Burple has decided that the only option he has is to cut himself free from this roper and let himself fall from the cliff. And as we left things, we were about to discover whether or not Burple, who has 17 hit points, can survive 4d6 damage.
It's a bit of a gamble. It's a huge gamble, to be honest.
How healthy are you?
17.
So basically,
Yeah.
average damage, you survive. All right, here we go, 46.
Just roll low, Mike. Roll low, roll. Fuck, that's a 5. Fuck, that's a 12. Oh, it's a
12.
12. It's a
Points of
12.
damage. The ground thumps into you. It wins you. You're lying on your back
I have a move left.
at the base of this cliff. I'm going to say you don't hit a stalagmite or anything like that. And it's dark down there. You can see light spilling over the edge of the cliff from where you
I
are,
have
right?
dark
Everything's flipped. You're now lying in the dark looking up, and you can see light spilling over, and you can hear the combat going on above you. But down here, it's dark and quiet.
Well, I just want to move out of its range.
Mm-hmm. Burple, I thought you were dead there.
I did too. So I'm going to go and hide behind a stalagmite out of range of this thing.
Got it. You're going to go and hide. Do you want to make a stealth check?
Yes. Don't like it. 15.
Okay, so 15 is a decent roll. Okay, so Grimbold, it's your round. You are grabbed by this thing with 2 tendrils. It looks like it wants to eat you. It's going to eat you very soon. Burple has just freed himself and dropped away into the darkness.
I thought people were going to help. I'm stuck here by myself.
We're trying to help.
Oh, we're trying to get up. I'm pinned down with this stupid thing. I mean, I could
Well,
just
I'm going to
leave
die.
it.
I've got 3 hit points.
You're in trouble, Grimbold. You've got to either free yourself from 2 things at once,
Which is impossible.
I have a heal if I could get up.
kill this thing, heal yourself.
I should have done the chromatic orb on it. I shouldn't listen to other people and look after number 1. Well, I don't know what
Can you
to
do it again? The chromatic orb?
No, I'm spelled out.
Ah.
That was my last spell. I did it on the basis that people are going to attack the roper, and nobody has.
That is fair.
Yeah, it's every single time. Right, I'm going to take out a small silver pipe,
Mm-hmm.
which, I found in one of the rooms, by the way, everybody.
Okay.
So I had to get a heal 1d8 hit points.
Okay, yeah, you
It's a
can
little
do
bit
that. You can
desperate.
take a puff on your pipe. That's your action. Have you got anything else?
No, not really. I mean, that's an action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Take it out. Okay, so I heal 7 hit points.
Okay.
I don't know if I've got any.
I mean, you had other options. Are you sure you want to do that?
What other options have I got?
How
Okay.
many tentacles is he grappled by?
He's grappled
2.
by 2.
Ah.
I mean, I think that the way it works is that if you're grappled by 2 tentacles, you have to make 2 rolls to get free. But it's not as
Or a more
clear-
difficult roll to get free.
Well, no, it's just that where it's difficult. Okay, so where we are here with this is that if you, as written, the text, the target is grappled, escape DC, that is redacted. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and the roper can't use the same tendril on another target. That is all it says. If I then attack you with another tendril, what happens there? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'd have to break through them individually.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Okay, so the other thing then is it an action to break a grapple? I suppose it is. You haven't got anything you can use a bonus
No.
action or a move. Okay, I was just thinking maybe
No.
you could cut one, free yourself from the other.
No, I think just getting
You
a few
can't
extra hit
fall. You've only
points-
got 3 hit points. You can't fall. So
Well, I think I'll just get a few extra hit points. That's all.
okay, so that's what you
Which
do.
I have. So
Okay, sessions might be able to give you more hit points. Might be able to do something else. It's your round. This is desperate stuff.
It is.
Burple is in the pit.
The pit.
Cuthbert is
Behind the enemy lines.
standing in the entranceway of the chamber, but is powerless to help because of the whirling spectral aspects of the Grey Woodsman that are whirling around Grallak Kur. Sessions is in the corridor, looking through the cloud of spirits at the cliff face, wondering what he can do to help Grimbold. Parker is in the passageway back up to the dark cathedral in a frantic fight against this twiglet creature. What is going to happen there?
Is any of the roper actually visible?
No, it's not, because it's not
I'm not
been using
visible
its
either.
it's not been using its tendrils to attack anybody up in the chamber. So you know it must be there because you've seen the tendrils and you've seen Grimbold disappear over the edge. But that's it. You haven't got enough movement, have you?
Nope.
Also, you have to go round the bloody spirits of the Watson. This is looking bad.
Yes, it is.
This is looking really bad. And oddly, I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Burple who was going to be in terrible trouble. I didn't expect Grimbold to be.
I'm still in terrible
Well,
trouble.
Well, you're in terrible trouble, but you're not in
I
you're not in imminent.
Shouldn't have done that spell on the thing.
It wouldn't
Well,
have, wouldn't have made any
Saved
difference.
my arse.
Johnny,
Well,
it
I
wouldn't
could
have
have
made any
tried to
difference.
break. I could have done it on it. Or...
Yeah, but you
Well,
wouldn't have
your other option at the time was to delay and do it on it when it pulled you in. That was the other suggestion, wasn't it?
Well, I was going to be focused on the thing, the roper. That was the idea, because it's just about to kill me, or Burple.
But you only would have had one spell on it. You would have done maybe, let's say you did 17 points on it.
Well,
It
I could have
wouldn't
done a
hit it.
false life and given myself more hit points. There were a few options there, but, you know, I did it on that thing on the basis that everybody was going to come and attack the roper. So you've dropped off and left me. And Cuthbert, I don't know what he's done. Session hasn't done anything either. Just left me with it.
On a positive note.
So
No,
happens every single time. I'm not going to do it again. You know, I get accused for not helping the party, and then when I do, and you know, we agree something, then I do it, and then this is what happens. Just
And then you go on about it over and over.
well,
again.
yeah. It's just, I do go on about it. Drive me mad.
He's kinda
So
got
does
a
that mean
point.
you're not, you're not going to...
He's kind of got a point.
Why?
Well, because he was fairly
I have got
clear.
a point. I did. I had an agreement,
He said,
Yeah,
"Who do
but
I
mean,
attack?"
this is
a
the way...
gentleman's agreement.
Do I attack the roper or do I attack the creature? And everybody said, you should attack the creature. And he said, well, I can attack the creature, but only if you guys are going to attack the roper and do something about it. And you were like, yeah.
Well, I
So
didn't
it's
say
not
anything.
like we're tactically
No,
brilliant. every
I
time.
don't think.
He was given 2 options.
I don't think he was talking about you, Dan.
Well, no, I was hoping Dan was going to help attack the roper.
I hear Dan had very little.
I still have 1 heal
Oh.
left. Hopefully I can administer this.
The spirit, if not the letter of the conversation, was very much I'm making a decision about what to do next based upon whether or not I'm going to get help.
Yes, exactly. Might as well rip up my digital character sheet.
Walk off in a half.
Okay.
Yep.
Virtually walk
Well,
off.
digital half.
A virtual one.
That's Paul falling asleep, by the way.
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Still with you, Graham? Are you going to do anything?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure out the most effective thing I can do, since I can't see it, and I can't get close enough to see it this round. I'm going to move to here. Then I'm going to cast Invoke Duplicity next to Johnny. I can't cast another spell this round, but it's there for as soon as I can.
Oh, right. Is that like the mirror, the projected image?
Projected image, so it's next to Johnny.
Gotcha. I absolutely understand. So you are you casting it? Can you cast it where you can't see?
Well, I'm casting at the top now. I think I have to be able to see where it is.
And it's of you. So you
It's of
now
me.
appear to be on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
With my bonus action, I'm going to career the crashing coin into the
Thingy.
thingy.
Yeah. Okay. Do it. Into Grallak Kur. Yeah. Armor class.
Rolling a 9,
Nine.
so hitting armor class. I'm going to say 14.
14 is a miss.
Do you have an Urt dice?
Do you think this is the Urt dice occasion?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Well,
yeah,
just
why
for
not?
one
We use it.
thing. I'd save it.
I've also got luck, so I'll use the Urt dice
Mm-hmm.
to try and move the combat.
Rolling it again and adding a d6.
Yeah.
Urt reaches around,
Rolling a
tweaks
12
the buttocks
plus
of fate.
6. Plus 5 is 17 plus the d6.
17 is a hit.
Excellent. Okay. So it hits for 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay, yeah, it doesn't like that. Grallak Kur looks. You got. Give me either a medicine check or an intelligence check, Sessions.
I'll go for medicine. Rolling a 7.
No, okay. Next.
Can I have a version of me over by Johnny so I remember where it is?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've got another Sessions now floating. So, Parker, you're attacked by this thing.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Rolls a 13 for armor class 18.
Is a miss.
That's the end of its round. Now, Grallak Kur steps forward 5 feet and includes Sessions and Cuthbert in this whirling cloud of spirits. The way that this works is that when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it makes the save. So when your turns come up, you must make the save.
Okay.
But it's not an active thing that it does to you. It's
Right.
a passive thing that happens to you if you stay inside the thing. Okay,
We're
that
doomed.
is Grallak Kur. Now we're in the Grimbold Sessions thingy situation. Sessions, I think your motivations are unimpeachable and it's a good strategy, but I don't think it changes anything. The creature tries to grab Sessions with a tendril.
Which
Rolling
session?
the wrong Sessions. Rolling a 4, missing Sessions' image that's standing on the edge of the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And it has another go because it can attack with and hits armor class 20
For the it
for
doesn't have
the
an armor
aspect
class.
for the yeah. It doesn't have an armor class. Does it just disappear or what happens? It runs through it? What do I do? What happens if I go for your
Okay. It doesn't
Okay.
appear to have any hit points or anything, so I guess
Uh,
you just swipe through it, realise it's not real.
Well, we'll see what about that. We'll roll for the Roper, which is not the most intelligent creature on Earth. But it's had a couple of attacks at this pretend Sessions and had no luck. Now it's going to go and try and eat Grimbold.
Okay.
That's not good. 18.
Okay.
That hits armor class
Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
20.
Yeah. It's a
5.
hit. It's a hit. It's a miss.
And it does the following damage. 4d8. Here it comes. 10, 14,
Right.
15
minus
points
well,
of
0.
You're on 0, and it's munching you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good for Grimbold. But that's it. That's all the bad guys. And we move on to the character that spent his entire combat fighting a twiglet in a corridor.
Safely.
Safely, he's got heal spells, he's got range spells, he's got base-to-base fighty stuff. But no, he's been fighting a twiglet in a corridor. It's Parker.
It's quite possible that Burple might escape.
It's very possible that Burple's the only person that might escape. I'm worried about that, but let's just see what happens.
I
Okay,
don't think
Parker,
so.
off you
Is
go.
there a way out down there? Is there an exit?
Well, let's worry about that when it's Burple's round.
Right.
What, have you got dark vision, Burple?
Yes.
Yeah, there is. There is. You can see an opening. I'm very sorry, Parker, to interrupt your round, but since this is something that should have been made clear to Burple at the time that he hid where he was, you can see that at the southern end of the chamber, there is a 10-foot opening that heads south, dotted with stalagmites.
Probably a
Or is it
bigger,
stalactites?
bigger creature down there.
Yeah, it's just a mouth, actually. It's not really a corridor. It's more the mouth of a giant creature. It's just a giant eyeball looking into the room. Parker, what do you want to do?
Okay, well,
I think you have to kill that one behind us.
I think actually I was just thinking I could just ignore it and walk away. It can get an attack of opportunity on me. I think the likelihood of it hitting me is very small.
How wounded is
I
it?
can.
Which
I think
direction
it's on its
is it
last
walking
legs,
away?
to be honest. But I mean, it's a ways to around. So I could come up.
Just
I
finish it.
can. I've got one heal. It's not very
This-
much. So a few hit points. I could.
Listen, we're potentially facing a TPK. I mean, I know
I
that.
Yeah, well,
you
that's
need
what
to
I'm saying.
pull
So
back.
potentially it would be better to come round and do some damage on one of these nastier creatures rather than.
No,
I
clear the
think you
clear
need
the
to unplug
clear the
it.
escape route.
I don't know. It just feels to me like, as Mike said, just attacking this twiglet versus actually coming up and doing some damage on Grallak. I mean, if
I
the
would.
TPK is going to be because this Grallak guy basically keeps hammering at us. Or I can come up and heal somebody, at least a little bit, keep going, give Grimbold the chance to get away.
Grimbold is on 0.
Right, but if I come up and heal him, then he has the chance to get away, right?
He's
He's at
grappled
the
by
bottom of
2
the
of them.
cliff.
Yeah,
not- is he at the
don't
bottom?
think that's much
I think-
you can do for me.
Well,
You
actually,
can't-
question: where is he?
I'm in the mouth, 10 foot down from the edge of the cliff.
He's being munched. It's all gone very quiet.
It's all gone
Yeah,
very
well-
quiet. But if you were going to make a decision to ignore this thing and move up and try and do damage at range on this creature, now would be the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Or a heal on somebody,
What kind of range can you do your heals at?
60 foot.
And do you have to see the target?
Yes. It's only like 5 points of heal, but it's enough,
It's
on-
enough.
I know,
to
Hill
go-
Cuthbert. Hill Cuthbert, yeah.
No, don't.
How wounded is Cuthbert?
Honestly, I would take out the twiglet, finish off the twiglet, and then move up and have a concerted effort, because that basically means that someone like Cuthbert or Sessions have somewhere to retreat to if they need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the Twiggly out.
The thing is, there is another twiglet,
Is there?
right? Yes. We know that there was basically, when I moved up there, and it's the reason why I started attacking them and not also moving forward, is because there were 2 twiglets.
I think the thing is, Paul, can
And
you move
one
up
of them
and attack it?
moved.
No, my plan is completely to go up to Grallak Kur and
and
absolutely
attack it. That's what we
and
have to
attack
do,
it.
I
Yeah,
think.
that's absolutely. I'm looking at how I can attack it as much as possible.
In the hope that we don't take 2 rounds of the damage.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be dead after 2 rounds of damage, but it's like it seems like he's vulnerable. We
But
just
that's
need
what
to be
I'm
able to-
saying. Surely it would be, if you're going to
Then
attack
then
it,
go and do the heal. Yeah, that's not
Then-
a bad call then.
I
didn't
move
realise
in
there was
and
another
attack
one.
it as well.
I would say Dukas heal the attackers.
Yeah, heal Paul.
I'm going to
Paul.
go up. I've got.
Paul, what are you on?
I'm on.
I mean, it's only
company.
it's only going to be like 5 hit points. It's not.
Yeah, but I'm on
huge hit.
20. I've got 21 hit points. I've got to make a save. But I've got if Graham goes up as well, I've got a sneak attack and I've got a cunning
But I mean,
action.
I can go up as well, right? Well, no, in fact, actually, I can move up to you, heal you, and then basically next round do damage on it.
Remember, you're on half move going down those stairs.
Okay. Well,
And then I've got cunning action as well.
so I can basically move up to the square you're in now.
Yeah.
This round.
So this round you could heal. Then I can move up. I've got a cunning action.
What doomed? What doomed?
We're
What
doing
doomed?
that standard last minute
Okay.
kind of.
I'm moving to there.
Yeah,
You get your attack of opportunity.
It's difficult ground.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's half, right?
Hitting armor class 17.
Is a miss.
Mm.
And then I'm doing
Yep.
healing word on Cuthbert.
On Cuthbert, yes.
6 points.
Hey, thank you very much indeed.
Cuthbert gets 6 hit points back, correct?
And that is me.
Can you give me a... Do you have medicine skill? Otherwise, give me a straight intelligence check.
I have medicine skill, yes.
Mm-hmm. You come around the corner and you can
rolling
see
a-
Grallak Kur.
9,
Mm-hmm.
giving me a 13.
Okay. No, that's fine. And let's move on to Cuthbert. It's your round. Now, Cuthbert, you now got to make your saving throw. You're in this cloud, and because you're starting your round in it, you've got to make a saving throw. These spiritual aspects of the Grey Woodsman are whirling around you and slashing at you with their spectral axes, I'm afraid to say. So, can you give me a wisdom save? Can you give me a
I'm
wisdom
just
save?
checking. Yeah, no, Fey ancestry has nothing to do with it. Okay, so wisdom save of 16.
That's enough. Okay, you take half of the following damage.
Yeah.
You take half of 3d8. I mean, it's not insubstantial in any sense. Anyway, 9, 10, 11. You take 5 points of
Well-
necrotic damage as these spirits sort of clash into you.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, if Parker hadn't healed you, that would be not good.
If Parker then that would be a lot worse. Right, so I've got to figure this one out because I'm going to go up to Grallak and I'm going to go and bash him.
Yes, I mean, your sense is that you don't want to still be in this cloud at the beginning of your next
Yep,
round.
that's fine. I've only moved 10 foot, so I've still got a fair amount to move.
Yeah.
And I've also got an action surge that,
Okay.
as you know, the Great French.
Well, it's the French equivalent of G.I. Joe. That's the gag you were fumbling for, Paul, but
That's the
failed
one.
to land. Okay, it's
Yes.
time for your go. Yep.
So I'm just going to read that up. I'm going to do 2 attacks. First attack with +1 short sword.
Yes.
Oh, armor class 14.
Is a miss.
Damn. Second attack with a rapier.
Oh, you used your auto dice, you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, wrong.
Random D8. Yeah, just roll a
Random,
D8. if you
yeah,
want.
yeah, just random, yeah. Second attack with the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, armor class 21.
Armor class 21 is a hit. What is the damage?
The damage is 6.
6 points of damage. Okay. Do you have a medicine skill?
I'm just going to check that. I have.
I'm just sure you don't.
I don't, but I've got +0.
Well, give me an intelligence. It's a flat intelligence check then. Not a flat
Flat,
check. Just a D20, add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, add my intelligence. would you?
Yeah. Do you have an intelligence modifier? If you have, add it.
Yes, I do. It's -1.
Oh, hello.
16.
Oh, was your intelligence modifier -1?
Exactly.
16 is enough. This is not spectacular. All that what you've noticed is that maybe Grallak Kur, with all his powers and his stitched on eyeballs and his beams of light and all of that crap, is not that much of a healthy individual. And you think that he is easily bloodied by the damage you've done on him so far.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little more.
Excellent. But what I need to do is now get out of
Yes.
range by using
Yes.
my action surge.
Yes. Is that
I'm
the do it? Yep.
And I've
Do it.
moved
Come on!
to the east, out of the way.
Get to the chopper.
Okay, so you run to the east, run to the side of the chamber. He gets an attack opportunity on you. He swipes at you with a claw and hits armor class 14.
It's a miss.
Fedden hits a miss.
It's
Is that the name of your new character when Cuthbert
Fedden.
dies?
You can't. You're fucking awful.
That's a
Have
brilliant name for a
pity on the
character.
poor man.
Fedden hits a miss. Right, moving on from Cuthbert's. I would say I think we're calling that a disappointing round. Onto Burple.
It's not a disappointing round.
Well, that's only you. who've
Onto
got
the not yet dead Burple Herpish.
Burple Herpish hiding behind a Johnny, what is it on the ground? Stalagmite or stalactite?
Might.
Stalagmite on the floor of this dark chamber. How many hit points has he got?
5.
I almost had pale ale come out of my nose.
With a thick lip, is going to try.
Oh yeah.
It's going to try.
Go fly to a flower.
The laughing I mean, babe.
I'm going to try a cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
The 50.
Has that got a verbal component?
50%.
It has a verbal component, yes.
Oh, the 50%.
Okay, so I'm
Rolling a
going.
D100. What are you picking? 1 to 50 or 51 to 100?
Well, I was going to roll the trusty D6. Actually, I was going to roll a trusty D20. and
Okay, so
I'm
what?
going to try and roll high
Okay, so
on a D20.
are you trying to try and work this, finagle this round so that this involves being able to use your Ord dice? No.
No, because I've used my all dice.
Ah, okay.
But
Needing
can
an
I use
11
my
or, no. Needing an 11 or
Right.
more on a D20.
Needing 11 or more on a D20. One of my last
I-
two
I
spells.
will never do this. Okay, yeah.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't do this.
Well, what would you do?
I don't know why, but psychologically, I always think that if you use a D100, there's more numbers that are nice. But it's
Okay.
like 50 numbers are nice. I know there's 50 bad numbers.
No, but you always want to roll high on a D20. It's a D20 place game. It's just like you want to roll high when it comes down to it.
Our personalities are very different. This is why you're American Psycho and I am some.
You're Annie Hall. Right.
Yeah,
Here we
I am
go.
Andy Hall.
Here we go.
Better film.
No.
Annie fucking Hall. There we go. Annie fucking Hall. There we go. Yeah.
Can I use somebody else's Ort dice?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Have we got any left?
Fucking laugh
Bollocks.
out, American Psycho.
Fucking bollock, shit, bastard,
I
cock, arse,
Right.
fucking shitting.
Yeah. Christian fail. That's right.
Right, but I have a move. What's down this corridor? Show me what's down this corridor.
The stuff of nightmares. Okay, so what is down that corridor?
Potion of healing.
There's a chamber.
There's a chamber full of magic.
The tent of triage.
Yeah, if there's stuff in there, I don't want anyone else knowing what's in there.
What's your dark vision? How
60
how-
foot?
Oh, hello. I'm going to reveal this chamber to you now. Going to reveal the chamber to you now. It runs down to the south about 20 feet from where you're standing and then opens up. There is a chamber that's very much like the chamber that you fell into off the cliff, but it's got a sort of weird shale cast. What's the word? Graham, you're good with this kind of stuff. What's it called when you've got that tumbling shale or
Like a
scree? There is a scree
Why is
slope
Graham good with that kind of stuff?
because
You think
Graham.
he's a geographer?
Because Graham knows, yes, because Graham
knows
is a
stuff.
geographer. He knows mountains.
stuff.
Graham and I routinely discuss
Rock formation.
Scree slope.
rock formations in the other podcast. Yeah. Why do you think we called the Billowing Hilltop? That's another great gag.
What do you want? A fucking medal? Get on with the description and tell me where the potion of healing
Okay, so
is.
this chamber opens up. There's a scree slope to the south.
I'll put my screes on and I'll do a bit of screeing.
Yeah, all right. And then give me
Terrible.
Yeah, that's awful. I mean, that's not staying in. Give me
No, it's gone.
a check de percepzione.
A percepzione is to see the other roper that's in there. Right, okay. 15.
15's decent. Sorry, I'm just going to say that without a weird voice.
Why change the habit of a lifetime, mate?
15's decent. That was a bit fuzzy bad. Miss Piggy. 15 is decent. You can see multiple exciting things
Ooh.
as you look into this chamber. First of all, what you can see is what looks like kind of a couple of items.
Potion.
Well,
and
no,
a cube.
no.
A ring.
We've got another.
Right, my go,
We've
is
got
it?
8 minutes left to finish this dungeon. Shit.
Yeah, come on.
Shit.
Move it.
Okay, I'm getting there. First thing that you see is a backpack
Yep.
lying at the foot of the scree slope. The second thing you see is a coil of rope lying at the foot of the scree slope.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing that you see is a couple of scrolls lying next to those two items. It just looks like a little treasure cache. Maybe it's Grallak Kur's treasure cache.
Nice.
And then the last thing that you notice with your admittedly decent perception check is that in the scree slope, slightly kind of concealed by a Johnny? On the floor, stalagmite on the floor.
Stalagmite.
There is a sort of opening in the scree. There's like a tumble down of kind of shale and rock, but there's a break open behind this stalagmite that leads off further to the south.
Okay, an exit. So there's magic and an exit.
Although
Could not be better.
Or a tomb.
we are
For you.
several tens of meters down here, right?
Well, we use the imperial measurements here in the world in which this adventure is set.
Or have we been gradually?
You've descended,
going-
I think, 400 feet before you got to the Dark Cathedral, and that's another 60 feet. And you've descended at least another 40 or 50 feet down as you worked your way into this
Yes.
network of caverns. So, yeah, you
Well,
are.
We are deep.
That's Burple's round.
Right, am I going to make my roll? Okay, so I need 10 or more?
Death saving throw, you need 10 or more.
No. Okay, I'm going to use my Urt. Shall I use my Urt dice?
Can you use an Urt dice? Yeah, I suppose you can.
Can you?
Up to Mike. Don't know.
I mean, it seems to be a bit weird because it's a flat check rather than
I guess you could say you could roll it, but without the extra d6.
I think that seems cruel. No, you can use your Urt dice. Should you so wish, but I would use mine on the next one, but that's just,
Use the roll on the next.
Well, I mean, you've got one fail. You've got 2 fails left.
Yeah, but he's going to... I don't know if he's chewing me, then
He is.
Is that 2 fails? I don't know how that works.
It's a critical hit, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make the Urge roll then.
Okay, make it.
Makes sense.
Roll it again. You can add a d6. So you can add a d6.
Yes. I rolled a 4, and then I rolled a 6 on the
6,
D6,
and you've
so I just
made your first death saving throw. Yeah, well done. Okay, wow. Okay, clutch stuff. Sessions.
Yeah, this is the point at which I take all the damage, yeah?
Oh yes, you need to make a wisdom save because you're starting your round in this cloud of weird spirits. What'd you get?
19.
That's enough. Okay, so you take half of the following. It's 3d8. You take 5. You take 5 points of necrotic damage as these weird aspects of the Grey Woodsman slash at you with their spectral axes. And now what do you want to do?
Well, now I need to make my concentration save.
Ooh, yes, 5 points of damage. So what is it, DC 10 or... Yeah, okay.
So I get a 5.
Mm,
So I will use my luck to re-roll that.
yeah,
Getting 15.
that's enough. Okay, fine. So your what's it called? This aspect of you? This
My
illusion?
invoked duplicity. Yes. So now I'm going to use my invoked duplicity.
Mhm.
Yeah, to cast loudly. Toll the Dying on it.
Sorry, your image is casting the spell.
Yes.
You can cast through it. Okay.
Yes. At a target I can see. I'm casting Toll the Dying at the guy with the eye.
Funny eyeballs. Grallak Kur.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the DC of the saving throw?
13.
It's good. Wisdom save.
Yep.
Here we go. I'm afraid it makes that save. 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I drop the crushing coin on him as a bonus action.
Yes. Roll to hit.
Rolling a 15, 20.
That's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Easily.
Doing, 4 points of damage.
Don't you get to re-roll
4.
ones as a hobbit?
Not on damage dice.
No.
Damage.
I don't. What do you think you do? Ooh, that
Give
would
me
be
your
nice.
medicine. Give me a medicine check,
Hang on.
Sessions.
Roll a 1 on a d20.
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine check.
Yeah.
15 plus 3, 18.
Oh, that's a big number. You think it's pretty close to death, Sessions.
Okay, and then I'm going to jog back up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
In this general direction.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, hide in the corner there.
Heading back towards Parker.
Yeah, to make sure I've got out of the... And I'm casting all my spells through the duplicitous version, making a lot of noise over here.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to do. Okay, so the Roper has got to make a decision, but I think that what the Roper is going to do is attack Sessions with more tentacles. I don't see why the Roper would. Grimbold is limp, yes, lying in this thing's grip. Does it want to eat Grimbold?
Yeah, of course it will want to eat.
Does it want to carry the fight elsewhere, concentrate elsewhere? The point here is that its bite attack is kind of free, yes? What's the rule then? If Grimbold is down, what's the deal? He has to make more death saving throws? How does it work? Somebody
I think he
remind me.
automatically fails one if he takes damage, doesn't he?
I think if it hits, it does an automatic critical, which fails 2 saving throws.
But it has to hit.
Has to
Yes.
hit.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's going to try, obviously, and it's going to hit. It's bound to. It's rolling it. Oh, hold up. 14.
Well, yes, because I don't think I'm going to get my dexterity, am I?
No, you get your dexterity. That's the whole point about. That's what advantage and disadvantage does.
Well,
You get
on my
advantage on the
armor.
attack rolls as well.
Yes, I've rolled an advantage, and I've rolled 2 7s. So just
okay.
sorry. In the background there, when you were worrying, Johnny, I rolled another 7. Which also hits armor class 14. So I've hit armor class 14 twice. You get your dexterity.
Well, I'm a class 16.
Has anybody got a problem with this? How does this work?
Well, I
Is
suppose
there a
it
rule?
doesn't
Is there
say
a
you
rule
don't
that says
get your
you-
dexterity. It just says
Weirdly,
you
it
attack on
doesn't say you
advantage.
don't.
I don't think it gets into that. Advantage covers that bonus. So I've rolled 14 twice. Have I missed?
Yeah.
Well, that was a really dramatic moment in the story that somehow has ended up being a completely flat, fucking empty paper. But there we go.
No, so it says incapacitated. You just can't take actions or reactions.
It does seem a bit odd, but it doesn't say that you don't get it.
No, it doesn't.
Instead, what it does is it parks it in the realm of advantage and disadvantage, which, yeah. Anyway, well, somehow you managed to survive that. During the meanwhile, Parker, you are chased down the stairs by this creature. It seems to ignore the difficult ground. Rolls to hit you and rolls a 14, hitting armor class 19.
Nope.
What is your armor class? What the fuck's going on? 21. What the fuck did you
Bloody
get that? The horrible creature, Grallak,
Cuthbert.
has got a decision to make. It turns. Cuthbert and sort of pretend sessions and real sessions. It's going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like pretend sessions, Cuthbert, real sessions.
Your pretend session's making lots of noise.
Yeah, I know. But we're just going to see. Anyway, it's going for Cuthbert. So don't worry, Graham. You don't need to argue any further.
What?
What it's going to do is it's going to bathe Cuthbert in the beam from one of its sewn-on eyeballs. This is a problem for Cuthbert.
Let's just be really careful and clear about this.
Okay, so can you make...
Is it charmed? Is it a charmed thing?
No, it is not. Can you make a strength saving throw,
Oh,
Cuthbert?
you absolute.
No?
All right. Yes. Give me a second.
What'd you get?
What do I get? I'm just going to roll it now.
Oh!
13.
It's enough. It bathes the light of one of its eyes on you, and you feel the force of that eye looking at you and trying to lift you up, Cuthbert, but you resist it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
Grimbold has failed to be eaten by the thing. The creature has failed to attack Parker. All round, that round was a basic disaster, that turn, and we go back to Parker.
Wow. So where does the difficult ground end?
When you enter the chamber proper, so you've got about 15 feet of you've got 15 feet of difficult ground between you and the chamber.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Man does counting.
So I can move by there. Yeah.
Yeah, man does counting. Yeah, but so you've run into the chamber. Yeah, you didn't start your round inside the whirling spirits, so you weren't affected. But if you stay where you are, you're going to be in trouble. They're about 15 feet from the creature.
I presume that means I can move to there. That would be outside of the 15 feet, right?
God, you're in trouble here. Just generally. Okay.
And we turn the tide.
Oh, no, I was just looking at the other parts of the map. So you're running into the chamber and you're hugging the wall to stay away from its thing.
Yes.
Bear in mind, you don't take damage from running in. You only take damage if you start your round in the...
Yeah. No, I don't want
Cloud.
to run into it. And,
Okay.
Right, and then so I can now see this Grallak guy, and I will do a produce flame.
Does it make a save or do you make a to hit roll?
No, I make it a hit roll.
Oh, hello.
Rolling a 13, hitting
Yes.
armor class 17,
17 is a hit.
Come on.
doing 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage, and
Come
it
on.
really doesn't
Fire
go
damage.
well at all. Fire damage.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so that's another 7, which takes it on to 51. And Grallak Kur flares up in flame and expires.
Yes.
Nice
Yes, the
one.
vulnerability to fire damage, Parker.
Well
Yes,
done.
that's what I-
Wow, I didn't expect that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done, Parker. That was clutch stuff. Is that the end of your round, Parker?
That's the end of my round, yeah.
Cuthbert, it's your round.
Well,
Wow, after all that fucking around in the corridor, Parker runs in and saves the day.
just kind of waltzes in. And
At the end of
Yes,
combats, I like to walk into a chamber and down the main boss monster.
Bark like.
If I move to the edge of the cliff,
Yes.
can I see Grimbold being
You got
eaten?
dark vision?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see this. There's a thing stuck to the cliff face. It's about, well, it's in the square 5 feet below you. So it's about, say it's 7, 8 feet below you. And it's got loads of tendrils, which it seems to be using a couple of them to try and attack pretend sessions. It's got a couple of them wrapped around Grimbold, and it's basically eating Grimbold. Yes.
Okay, if I wanted to drop on top of it and basically
It's an athletics check.
stab it with my short sword of the east wind.
That's an acrobatics check.
Brilliant.
You need to give me an acrobatics check. The DC I'm thinking is tough. What are we checking here? You're going to jump off the cliff, land on it, and try and hold onto it while stabbing it.
I'm thinking that it's not even as complicated as that. Is that it's below me. If I was to do nothing other than just drop down, I would drop onto it.
It's about whether or not you can cling onto it and take an attack.
I'm not even thinking about clinging onto it. I'm just thinking about piercing it with a sword. And if I fall beyond that, It's about going, I'm going to drop onto you with the sharp point of a sword ahead of me.
So what I'm thinking is whether or not your weight, if you were to hit it, would dislodge it from the.
Well, I don't mind about that.
There is nothing that says that it is somehow glued to the surface. What is the rule, Graham, for pushing people out of a square?
There's a shove action.
Yeah, what's the shove action? Let's talk about the shove action.
It's like a strength athletics check against strength athletics
got
or
it.
dexterity acrobatics.
Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature. The target must be no more than one size larger than you, that's fine. Within your reach, that's fine. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check, contested by the target strength. Yeah. You succeed automatically if the target is incapacitated. No, it's not. Okay, Paul. What I'm going to rule is you need to make an acrobatics check to hit this thing. If you hit it with your brave leap into the unknown, which is something I wholly support, you can then make, should you wish, a shove attack against it to try and dislodge it from the cliff and take it with you down into the darkness. Or you can make a standard melee attack, but you must decide now which one are you going to try and do. Your acrobatics check will determine. You're either making an acrobatics check to leap and grab and have a melee attack, or you're making an acrobatics check to leap and dislodge using the shove attack.
I'm trying to stab it.
Okay, fine. So give me an acrobatics check.
An acrobatics check gives you a 21.
Whoa, okay, that is a success. You drop down, you grab it. I mean, you can narrate it. How do you think that works?
I think that what I've done is I've seen it down there, and I am just literally dropping down with the short sword in between my hands, both hands holding it, and when I land on it, I'm planting the short sword into it.
I love it. Okay, make your attack roll.
The short sword attack roll gives me an armor class of 17.
17, I'm afraid, is a miss.
Okay. 17 is a miss?
17 is a miss. This thing has got a nightmare armor class.
Okay, in which case I'm standing on top of it.
Okay, so you are balancing on this thing.
Yeah.
On the cliff face. It has got Grimbold grabbed by a couple of tendrils.
Yeah.
And is eating him. It is Burple's round.
Have you got any range weapons, Burple?
No.
Hand crossbow?
No, but I have a... Do I have a hand crossbow? I might have a hand crossbow.
Well, or do you have a hand crossbow proficiency?
Yeah, I think
do.
we've had this discussion.
I do have a hand crossbow. I do have a
Okay.
hand crossbow. It does 1d6 plus 2. So it's really not worth...
Well, it's better than the poke in the eye with a burnt stick.
Okay, I'm going to go and grab this backpack. Where is it?
It's up against the scree slope to your south. It's about
directly
30
south,
feet to your south.
right here.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I can move, pick it up, and move back. I can interact with it.
Yes, as a free action, that's correct. And then take the dash action to move back to where you were. Yep.
Yes. Can I see? Can I look in it?
Yes, you can.
Is there a potion in it?
No, it's got a kind of central pouch and 2 side pouches. when you open it, you're looking into a void.
Ah.
I think that's you done. Grimbold, make your next death saving throw.
Okay, so no, that's me then.
So hold up, you've got 1 fail, 2 fails. Is that right?
No, that's 1 fail, but he's going to get 2 on me, so that's it.
Well, we've got sessions next. Sessions on 9. What's happening
Sessions
now?
on 9. Okay, so sessions on 9.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can do this.
Love it. I'm loving this. Okay, what is it? If you
Right.
get through this without losing somebody, I would be amazed.
So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cast Aid through the duplicate. Yeah?
Through your projected image
Yeah.
version of Sessions on the Edge of a Cliff. Yes.
Right, so 30 foot from Sessions,
Yes.
other Sessions, Parker, Cuthbert, Grimbold.
Yes.
5 hit points.
Thank you.
And your maximum hit points go up by 5.
Oh, aid.
So Grimbold's maximum hit points go up by 5, whatever that number
And
is,
he's
and he's
healed
on 5 hit
hit
points.
points. Yes.
Ooh, nice. That might save my bacon.
That might well save your bacon.
That's my action. Then I'm going to move
I
to
love
here.
that spell.
Oops.
Yes, you're moving south.
Moving south. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And can I see the roper yet?
No, the roper's 5 foot down the cliff face.
Okay.
At
Then I
least
move-
5 foot.
With my bonus action, I move the crushing coin to within sight. I'll be able to see it next round.
Can't your duplicate see it though?
I can't
Can
see
you
through its
see-
eyes.
Oh, you
No.
can't see through its eyes. And the crushing coin. Okay. So you're getting it close enough.
I'm
I
getting
mean,
it close enough that I can welly with
you-
it. When...
I'm not sure that. How tall is Cuthbert?
Oh,
What is he?
for fuck's sake. Cuthbert is 5'6".
Yeah, I think it's too tight. Oh, 5'6" is really tight. You might, Sessions, be able to see something of Cuthbert as he balances on top of this thing. Yeah?
Mhm.
Because it's only 5 foot down. It's occupying the square that starts 5 foot down. If Cuthbert is 5 foot tall, I don't suspect that Cuthbert is at full extension at the moment. Well, I shouldn't have used that phrase, especially with Paul lying on the bed wearing only a sock. But he, I don't know that you can see Cuthbert.
Some of us are going to have to think about that later.
Yeah, not me though, Graham. Do what you want to do in your own time. But
Well, I know,
during
it's
D&D,
like
let's concentrate on the
nightmares.
round.
Yeah,
You might. So all I'm saying is you might be able to infer the location of the roper because you can see. Maybe you can see/hear Cuthbert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, if there's a chance, I'll send it firing in that direction.
the roper is going to attack Cuthbert with a couple of tendrils. First tendril, bounced off a 19, hits armor class. Checking the number. 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are grabbed by a tendril.
Okay.
You don't take any damage, but you are restrained
Yeah.
and grappled.
Okay.
Its second attack rolls a 7. Hits armor class 14. That's
Miss.
not going to be enough. Okay. It tries the same against the pretend Sessions. It has no reason to believe it's because it hits the fake Sessions armor class 24.
Oh, yeah.
And it flips through. I'm going to make a roll. I'm going to make an intelligence roll for this thing to see whether or not it realizes that the fake. And it fails that intelligence roll. It doesn't realize that Sessions is not real. I presume it assumes that it's just missing. It has another go with its other tendril. It's only got 4 tendrils each round. It's armor class 16.
Well, it doesn't hit Sessions' actual armor class, no.
No, okay, so it misses, so it has no idea. And then it's got its bite attack. It can use the bite attack on either Cuthbert or Grimbold. Yeah, nice and straightforward. 1 to 3, it tries to bite Cuthbert. 4 to 6, it tries to bite Grimbold. Rolling a d6, getting a 6, it tries to bite Grimbold. Grimbold, you're at disadvantage. This is not good. It rolls a 9. That's armor class 16.
That's it.
Okay, that's good enough. And you're on 0 hit points again. I suspect. Let's roll the dice. You take a grand total of 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
Yeah, 0.
But I think Sessions has crucially bought you some time here.
Yeah, well, it's tight. It might. Yeah.
It is
either
tight.
way, it could go either way.
Parker, this thing runs out from the corridor behind you and attacks. Hits armor class. It's armor class 10. I know it's been a sideshow, but it has been very disappointing, and we're going to have to talk in its monthly assessment about how it might improve. Moving on to Parker, what are you going to do?
What I'm not quite sure about is, can I see the roper and do a range attack on it from where I am, or do I need to?
You need to
move
get up.
No, you need to
Right.
get up. There's a cliff edge.
Right. So if I move where the crushing coin is,
Yeah, I get an attack of opportunity on you.
yeah, do that.
Oh, armor class 21.
Yeah, go on then.
8 points of damage.
Oof.
That's
Okay.
sting in the tail. Okay, now what do you want to do?
Well, I'll take it. Luckily, my extra 5 points helped there.
Oh, yes, the aid spell. Well, the aid
Um,
spell is just, okay, game changer.
eight,
Yeah.
That's cool. And then, right, so on the roper,
hmm
should
Well, the roper is 5 feet away from you, yeah?
yeah.
hmm
What are you saying? I'm out of reach?
No. I'm saying that the roper is not. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
It's rather confusing because there's like a million different figures all standing in the same spot. You get to the cliff edge. The roper is about 5 feet below you, grabbing onto Sessions. What do you want to do?
I want to hit the roper. Is my problem? What are you saying? The problem is that if I try and hit the roper, I will.
No, what I'm saying is the roper is more than 5 feet away from you. It's not in the square directly over the cliff edge. It's one square lower.
Right.
You can use your produce flame. You can do a range attack,
I will do
but
a
you
produce
can't.
flame. Right. Okay. Well, then it will get a produce flame.
Okay, what happens? Do you roll to hit, or do I?
I
Is
roll
it-
to hit.
Okay, go for it. Oh,
The
it's
first
going to be
one
enough.
It's a 19.
19 is enough.
Doing
Just.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Okay.
Fire damage.
Yeah, it doesn't seem particularly vulnerable to fire damage. Anything else you going to do?
No, that's it.
Cuthbert, you're on it. What are you going to do?
Well, I will do a short sword attack firstly.
What'd you get? 12. What does that
Armor
hit?
class 18.
18 is a miss.
Jesus.
I'm kind of thinking you need to make an acrobatics check to stay on it, but there's not. We'll worry about that after your attacks.
It's like a ledge, isn't it? Like a lump of.
Well, it's a lump that he's on, but it doesn't want him to be there. So, okay,
Well, it'll
we'll
have
get
to
into
bend
it.
around.
Yeah, it would. Okay. And you got a bonus action with the other attack.
Or I can just drop down.
What, let go and drop down?
Yeah.
You could do.
To what end?
I will hit it. Armor class. No.
Energy sapped out of him.
But disaster. Burple.
Right. Well, if I can't obviously find anything in the
fight it.
with what?
We're all trying to
In the
do
thing.
something.
Well, actually, I'm tempted to not. Now that you're taking that tone, I think I won't. I will go somewhere else.
Well, you know, go and do your own thing then.
Well, I have been, and I will. Yeah. Okay. So this handy haversack has.
Well, you're not sure that's speculation, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will move 5 to there.
So you're moving into the chamber on the floor. Yep.
Yeah. So it's. I should be within 60 foot of it there.
Yes, it's close enough. Close enough for this. Yep.
Okay, and I will mumble at it. So again, on a D20, wanting an 11
11 or
or more.
Yep.
This is my last spell.
Yep. Your split lip
Yep.
ruins that spell. Grimbold has got to make a death saving throw.
Right, so that's my first one. Oops. Alright, sorry. Yes.
You make it. Sessions, it's your round.
Right. So I'm going to move up to the edge of the cliff. Can I now see it along the
Yep,
edge of
you
the
can
cliff?
see it.
Excellent. So the first thing I will do is...
How are you seeing Sessions?
That's a very good question. With a light pebble.
A light pebble gets you. Yeah. Okay, but it's.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll move to there. So I
I've
can
actually
see
got
it.
a light pebble around. Oh no, it's probably winked out now. I guess. Yeah.
Grimbold's light pebble winked out when he went unconscious, but you, Sessions, yes, if you move just to that point of the cliff edge, it just is
So I
caught
can
within
peer
your
out
light
and see
pebble.
it. That's fine. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So I will do that. I will toll the dying on it.
And it's got to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
Rolls a 6, which I
Yeah.
don't think is going to be. What's the DC?
13.
Wisdom save.
Mhm.
It's a fail. How much damage?
3.
3. Underwhelming.
Now, I think in this round,
Yes.
I'm going to move the alternate me
Yes.
onto it.
Is that a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
When you say onto it,
Yeah, to kind of,
Grimbold is grabbed by some tendrils, is parallel with it on the cliff face.
yeah.
Cuthbert is on it, is above it on the cliff face, clinging onto it and stabbing. Where are you going?
Where is there to go?
You could be on the cliff face on the other side of it from Grimbold.
That's as long as I'm close enough to Grimbold and Cuthbert
Yes.
to be within 5 feet of them. That's all I want to be for next
Well,
go.
you could be on the first 5 foot down of the cliff above
Yeah,
Cuthbert.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I will be kind of climbing down and hanging,
Yes, I understand.
This
You're
round.
dangling from the edge of the cliff, just above Cuthbert.
making a lot of noise.
Okay, so you're trying to basically distract it. Right, here
Well,
we
yeah,
go.
I want to cast spells through it.
Yeah, here we go. It's the bad guys. Or rather, the Roper. The Roper gets to attack Grimbold at advantage.
Is he
if it
going to
hits.
bite? Is he necessarily going to bite me with 3 other people attacking him?
This is the question. So
I'd say so.
we're going to
No,
roll
it's-
on a D. No,
I'm
we're
not
going to
a
roll.
threat. I'm not a threat anymore.
I'm saying that Cuthbert is in between the Roper and the pretend Sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like the idea that Sessions is actually leaning out from the top, clinging on with his toes and dangling above them.
That
I think
is perfect.
cinematically would
Okay,
be
so
even funnier.
Okay, so we have Sessions, who is somehow with his furry little toes dangling from his feet off the edge of the cliff with his hands outstretched, reaching towards Cuthbert. Cuthbert is balancing on the Roper. Grimbold is grabbed in the Roper's tendrils, and the Roper is about to eat him, but it's got to make a decision. Cuthbert is infuriating it.
I am limp and not unoffensive, whereas it's being
But
pummeled
what about
by.
Grimbold, Johnny?
Hobbit's not very tasty either.
It's got to make a decision. I'm going to say I'm going to roll a d6, and at 1 to 4, it attacks the main threat, which is clearly Cuthbert. Here we go. Rolling it. It's a 3. It goes for Cuthbert with the bite attack. Cuthbert, are you ready? It
I'm ready.
attacks not at advantage. Oh, for fuck's sake. It rolls a 2, hitting armor class 9.
Cuthbert looks it in the eye.
Mhm.
Just winks.
It's only
Not
got one eye.
Not today.
You poke it in the eye.
It's going to lash out at Parker with a tendril, hitting armor class 18, and another hitting armor class, also hitting armor class 18. Is that good enough, Parker?
No.
And then with its 2 remaining tendrils, it's going to attack for 10 sessions. Ooh, hitting. Does it realise that Sessions is not real? It rolls a 50. It does, so it stops doing that, and I think that's the end of its turn. Parker, it's your round.
So if the tendrils can attack fake Sessions,
Mm-hmm.
why can't I hit it?
Because the tendrils are 50 foot long.
Right. So I can't hack at the tendrils.
You can attack the tendrils. Do you choose to do so? There's a couple there wiggling away in Sessions' direction. There's a couple that attacked you. I'll say that they're not withdrawn completely if they miss, so they're wiggling around in your face. Do you want to attack them?
Does it make a difference?
Oh, I'm afraid I can. That's left to your. That's
Can I
left
make
to
an
you.
intelligence check to ascertain whether that would be a worthwhile thing to do?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. Why not?
Not going to be a very good one.
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, if anything, maybe nothing will
That's
happen. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, 13.
What? Flat? That's it? That's all
Yeah,
you get?
Flat 13. That's all
I don't think that 13's a bad roll. You think that the tendrils are separate. You could attack them, but you're not going to be threatening the main creature.
All right. Well, we'll do another produce flame on it then.
On the main creature?
Yeah.
Does it make a saving throw, or do you roll an attack?
I roll an attack. Do damage on the main creature. And go. 4. Oh, no, hold on. A 4 hitting armor class 8.
That is.
A miss.
It won't surprise you to learn. Fail.
Never mind.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Cuthbert, clinging onto this thing, what are you going to do? Well, you can use the shove attack. That is going to be an athletics check, opposed by its athletics or acrobatics, in
Yeah.
order to try and dislodge it from the cliff face and send the 2 of you and Grimbold tumbling into the abyss.
Yeah.
Or you can cling on and stab it. It didn't use its action last round, by the way, to try and dislodge you. It decided to attack. So, hey,
There is a third option.
what is the third option?
To spread some barbecue sauce over Grimbold, just to make him more tasty.
Yeah. Could Grimbold be more tasty? I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, so I'll use a strength athletics check to try and dislodge it.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling. Uh-oh. Rolled a 1.
All right, I think that's not gone well.
I don't think that's gone well either.
First of all, it obviously ends your round. Our rule is that if you roll a 1,
Yes.
you don't get to do anything else. I'm sorry, but I think in this specific circumstance, you must now make an acrobatics check to cling on to this thing. I think that was such a disaster that there's a danger that you fall off and crash to the ground.
Okay, I make an acrobatics check of 11.
11 is not enough.
Oh dear.
And you fall, Cuthbert, and you take the following damage. You take 46 damage. I think we've worked out beforehand. Rolling 12 points of damage as he crashes to the ground. Burple, you see Cuthbert just tumble out of the sky and land down with you. And it's your
dear.
round, Burple.
I really should not have listened to Johnny. Right, I will. I will go through the bag.
The backpack?
Yep.
There's nothing there. It's just empty spaces.
Bollocks.
Anything else?
I will step back. Kind of all I can do.
Grimbold, can you make your death saving throw?
No.
No. So you've got
Right.
1 success and 1 fail.
Well, it's gonna eat me.
Well, it's Sessions' round next, before you get too excited. What is Sessions going to do with his round?
Well,
The thing is, the main distraction, which was Cuthbert, has been removed.
You got any sort of healing?
yeah, I can spare the dying on you. That's free.
Buy another round.
Yeah.
Still got lots of hit points.
Yeah, that's the...
You think it's got a tough armor class, but you don't know how strong it is.
Okay, so I think what I'll do, I will, illusionary sessions will reach down and spare the dying on Grimbold.
Yes, you can do that, dangling from the cliff face. Yep.
And real sessions will, with his bonus action, will send the crushing coin thundering into it.
Onto the roper. Make a
Onto
roll.
the roper. Try again.
Actually, I'm not sure that's going to help much.
16. That's a good
21.
roll. 21 is a hit. How much damage?
Every little helps. 8.
8 points of damage. Give me a medicine check or an intelligence check.
21.
You think it's more than bloodied.
Shit.
You think that it's not looking well.
Okay.
It's
well,
got to make a decision. It attacks Parker with a couple of tendrils, hitting with one and missing with the other. I don't think it knows about other sessions. I think it knows about fake sessions, but it's worked out that fake sessions is fake. So now it's going to attack Grimbold at advantage. Yes?
Hang on, is he not going to try and pull Parker in and eat him because he's green and more tasty?
No, you can only attack and grab in a round. You can't attack, grab, and drag. Do you see what I'm saying?
What damage?
And there's no damage from being attacked. You're just restrained and grappled, Parker.
Oh, I see. So
Next
a hit,
round.
hit is an automatic grapple.
Yes, next round it will be able to pull you into its maw and try and eat you, but not this round.
Okay, well, I'm dead then.
Well, we'll see.
Well, no, because Graham's thing stabilised me. It didn't get rid of the
Stabilized.
one fail. So that's 3
How does it
fails.
work? How does it work?
I don't know. I thought
No, then you're stabilized. Then the fails have no value anymore.
If you've stabilised, you've got rid of failures and successes.
Is that what it says? Or
you must start making death saves again.
it's not clear. It could be
It's
either.
not clear. Bear the dying.
It doesn't have a very big description.
Okay.
Oh, it says the spare the dice spell will set the character's number of failed and succeeded death saves to 0.
Ah.
Yes, it does do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been rescued. Again.
Yes.
It attacks at advantage, and if it hits, it's a critical hit. That critical hit will mean 2 failed. It rolls a 6. That's enough. So, Grimbold, that's 2 failed death saves. So even though the spared the dying from Graham reset everything, you're back on 2 failed death saves. Yes?
Yes.
And we move on to Parker. It's your round.
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
No, I have put you on the spot. Things are looking dicey. What do you want to do?
If the Roper attempts to eat me, then it can't attempt to eat Grimbold, right?
That is true. The Roper gets 1 bite attack a round, and in its next go, it will get the opportunity to reel you in and eat you, unless you free yourself.
So if it does do any kind of attack on Grimbold, it's going to be an effective coup de grace. The problem is if I attack Grimbold's arm and it lets go, then it's going to drop Grimbold, isn't it?
I've actually got 2 on me.
He's
I've
not
got 2
actually going to survive the fall, is he, either?
That's
No, but it'd be
Damn
better.
good question. What happens if Grimbold falls? Because it's not a critical hit.
Oh, I think I'd just get a death save, wouldn't I?
Well, that's not that.
I
In
mean,
which
a
case
death,
you've had it.
it'll be a. Remember, you got any healing?
No,
Well-
I'm going to use them up.
Mm.
So you could attack the roper. You could technically kill the
Basically,
roper
you could-
without affecting the tendrils that are holding onto Grimbold. What would happen to Grimbold were you to kill the roper is another question. In fact, it's a question that's been bothering me.
What's the roper attached to as well? That's what I'm
It's
quite...
attached to the cliff face. It has effectively like a sort of spider climb power,
Right.
but I don't know what would happen to it were it to be slain. We could have an argument about that, but clearly it's not magically stuck to the cliff face. It has a climb speed of 10 foot, and it has spider climb. Would it fall off the cliff were it to be killed?
Is it
I'm not
sort
sure.
of stuck on the cliff, or is it, is it sort of
If there was a wizard that had cast spider climb upon themselves, and she was halfway up a wall and was then killed, does she fall to the ground? I suspect she does.
It's a concentration spell, though.
It depends on the spell.
This is not a magical effect. This is quite difficult. It's not a magical effect, right? Maybe ropers are just sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like a stalactite, isn't it?
I think you've got to bear in mind that it's a risk.
How high up is the roper? So if
The cliff is a 60-foot cliff. Yes.
Okay.
And the roper is in the second square down.
okay, so it's 55 foot up. So
Yeah.
if Burple stood underneath the roper as it fell, he could break its fall.
If Burple stood underneath... yes, if Burple stood underneath the roper, it might help. Do you mean if Burple stood underneath Grimbold as he fell?
Well, I mean, Grimbold's in the roper's mouth, isn't he?
Grimbold is held by a tendril and the roper is munching at him. I don't think he's actually in this thing's mouth,
okay.
like he's not being
okay.
swallowed.
Oh, I see. So he's
You see, I think if because it's got things alive and attacking it, it'd probably go for the live things rather than feeding on a.
Certainly that's been the case thus far.
Threatening.
Okay. I think in the end, there isn't actually anything else I can do other than attack it. And I will attack the roper and not the tendrils.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing.
And
Okay,
then see what
but
we
you
get.
do understand the problem of it falling off.
Yes.
Okay, on we go.
Well, I mean, we have no other choice, right?
You could attack the tendrils on me.
Yeah, but then it'll let go and then you'll fall.
You may just want to delay until after we've done a heal.
Nobody's got a heal.
Has anybody got a heal?
Nope.
Nobody's got one.
Nobody's got one. Has Graham not got one?
Oh, yes, I have a heal, but I go after him.
But that's why oh, you go after the roper.
I go after Grimbold. Has to make his death save.
Ah, well,
Whatever you do, Grimbold has a single death save to make.
Unless Parker, Cuthbert, or Burple can do some healing.
Right, so...
I can't.
neither can I.
or can I?
right.
The options I've got are
Okay.
I ready an action to hit it after the heal, but that was also
Mm.
after the death save, or I whop it now.
If you do it after the heal,
Or
I mean,
death save. You don't
Sorry?
lose it, do you?
Grimbold's got a 50-50 chance of surviving his turn.
Yes.
Yeah. what we know is if you were to
It's a true
knock,
truly
if you were to
magnificent
kill
deal.
it or knock the roper off the wall, Grimbold is definitely dead.
Yeah.
Yes. The best bet would be to delay till after Grimbold makes his roll.
Yes,
Well, so I will ready my action to wallop it.
but then he could fall and take a death save
Yeah.
Yes, if he was...
without dying.
That's right, he
Well,
could.
no, if he gets healed, then he's back on.
Yes.
Yeah, but the point is he would not automatically die from the fall.
Yes.
No.
So I will ready an action to wallop it as soon as Sessions has done his heal.
Okay. Cuthbert.
I'm basically going to ready to be underneath Grimbold if he falls, in order to try and soak up some of the damage. Catch him.
I love this. I think that's a great
You're
idea.
going to steady off down there, are you?
I'd say steady on.
Would that help? Yeah, okay. I mean, I think
I think
Don't
I'd still
look-
have to make that roll, though, wouldn't I?
Cuthbert is full of
Gotta make that
daring do this combat. We will have to think about what that might mean, but what you could do, Cuthbert, is stand directly beneath the Roper and Grimbold
Yes.
and ready an action to do your best to break Grimbold's fall should
Yes.
Grimbold fall.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like, because there's another thing, which I've got a longbow, which is I also want to shoot the bloody roper. But
Why don't you shoot the roper? Because
if I shoot the roper and kill the roper and it falls, then
delay after the heal as well, I suppose.
I'm going to ready an action to try and break your fall.
I think I should be clear. You think the Roper will fall off the cliff if you kill it.
Yeah.
There. Just so that it's not everybody's not
Yeah.
predicating their actions based upon the idea there's some sort of 50-50 chance.
No.
It's not a magical effect, but by the same token, it's not natural. If a gecko would fall off a wall were it to die, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah, spiders would. They all do.
Yeah, they all do. So yeah, it would fall. Okay.
Otherwise,
let's
the
go.
world would be full of.
Well, it wouldn't be full. It would be empty because everything would be stuck on the walls. It would
Exactly.
Be
Well,
quite creepy.
It'd be quite weird.
It would be very weird.
Yeah. So, on the basis that if the roper falls with Grimbold held with the roper, then Grimbold falls.
Yes.
So I'm going to stand under Grimbold and ready to try and break his fall.
Yep. Certain. That's definitely what you're doing.
Yep, might kill me, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Burple Herbish.
Burple Fish really can't do very much. He's standing at the bottom on 5 hit points with no spells left. So he's going to ready to step up and shoot this thing with his hand crossbow.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Well, and miss this thing with his hand crossbow.
And so we go. Well, basically, this is the
This
point
is the
of
roll. Okay,
This
here
is
we
the
go.
roll.
It's not a practice roll.
What do you need? You need a 10 or more. Let me make sure. Can I?
Yeah.
So you need a
I
10 or
can
more.
re-roll a 1.
Oh, you
Hobbit.
re-roll a 1. So
Save
basically,
the death
so
save.
basically, 12 numbers on the dice are okay.
Yeah.
1 and then 10 through 20.
I've got an Ort dice to spare.
Oh,
Are you allowed to
Graham,
exchange it?
Can you use your Ort dice and allies rolls?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I can't remember what we agreed.
I think it's you shouldn't pass it to someone else because otherwise nobody's ever going to.
My instinct is that that's probably the case.
Die. Okay, so I'm going to roll. It's not a practice roll.
Here we go.
13.
13. Lucky 13.
Yes.
Wowzers. Grimbold, you live. You've got 2,001 success. Sessions is your round. This is where Graham realizes that he doesn't have any heals left.
Just kind of backs away quietly.
With your what is it? Aspect avatar thing is dangling by its feet.
yes, it's
From the
dangling
cliff?
by its feet from the cliff.
I'm assuming that normal physics does not apply. Hence, this is sort of flavor.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's flavour. Might invoke duplicity.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So it will reach down,
Reach around. I mean, reach down.
around,
Sorry. Yep.
down, and yeah, it'll do cure on cousin Grimbold.
Yeah, thank you very
Right.
much.
So I'll lay the UO misfortune card on his shoulder, stick it in his breast pocket.
You're going to live through this, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. It's still touch.
Yes.
And you can roll your
What was it? 1d8 plus
8 plus something plus 3, I think.
He's going to roll 4 hit points.
a 3 plus
3 is 6.
6.
You're on 6 hit
Right,
points,
Thank you.
and you live to.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going
Sessions
to
has just missed the bonus action, isn't he?
whack it with the crushing coin.
Oh yes. Okay.
Sorry, I've added the 6 hit points and the death saves have all disappeared. Is that right?
Yeah, because you're healed.
That's right. Yeah. You're on 6 hit points. It's all gone away.
I thought I didn't think they reset themselves. Oh.
Yeah, no, they do. Hitting 16 plus 5, 21. I'm plus
Is a
21.
hit on the roper.
Or 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage on the roper. Okay. Well, you edge it closer to Doom. I mean, you established just the other round that it's looking more than
Okay.
bloodied. So
It's looking a bit ropey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't do that again.
Just
See, you could have just let him. Anyway.
okay. That's me done.
You did.
Right, so I have a readied action
You have a ready action to shoot this thing, yeah?
to shoot this thing. I mean, it's a disadvantage. Plus, it's a
It's a disadvantage
super. Yeah,
because.
because it's more than 30 feet away.
Oh yes, of course it's your theoretical hand crossbow. Yeah.
It's a real one. It's just
But
shit.
I know it's yeah. Okay.
Okay, so rolling at disadvantage, hitting at +4, which is the most pathetic. So somehow I'm going to need to roll spectacularly, getting with the first one getting a miss.
Yeah, a 3 is not enough.
I don't think your heart was in that.
No.
Well, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Is that it for Sessions? Yeah.
Parker,
Well, one moment.
didn't he have a readied action?
Yeah, Cuthbert, your ready action is triggered by Grimbold falling, so you're sort of floundering. But Parker, it's your go.
And so now I will whop it one.
What are you hitting? The tentacle? Or the tentacle
No,
that's
the
got
body.
you?
Body. It was always.
Well, the body is 5 feet down the cliff, Parker. How are you going to get to it?
Ah.
You haven't attacked this roper's main
Oh,
form
God,
before.
you're right. Yeah, last
You're on the
time.
edge of the cliff. You've been grabbed by a tendril. You can attack the tendril, but to attack the body, you'd either have to use a ranged. I think you used produce flame on it before.
Yes,
but
right.
Not try to actually hand to hand it because it's too far away.
Are you grappled by it? Are you incapacitated?
I'm
He's incapacitated. Yes, you're going to be rolling at disadvantage
on the produce flame.
on everything.
Breaking free is an action, right?
You make an athletics or acrobatics check against a set DC to free yourself from the tendril.
How ropey is it looking?
If bloodied is a sort of informal way of saying about halfish, it's looking beyond that.
Okay, well, so I will do the produce flame on it at disadvantage.
Okay, so you have to roll an attack.
Yes, well, 2
Okay,
times.
so make your first dice roll,
A 15 for a 19
and then you make your second dice roll.
a
Oh,
20 for a 24. So armor class 19.
19, I'm afraid, is a miss. Right,
Okay.
we've run out of readied actions, so we're going to get into its possibly final round. First thing it's going to do is it's going to reel in Parker. It drags you off the edge of the cliff, Parker, and pulls you towards it. Yep. Then it has a decision to make. I think we've already established that it's not the most intelligent creature on Earth. I think the parallel we used was Grant Shapps. What would Grant do? It's finally worked out that Sessions' duplicitous person is not real, so it's finally worked out not to attack that. It can't. We're not going to get into that. It could try and attack. No, it can't attack Cuthbert. Okay, so this is straightforward. It's got a straightforward decision to make. It either eats Grimbold or it eats Parker. Yeah, or tries to. It gets an attack at advantage on either one of them. Both of them are awake and active, so I'm going to roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, it attacks Parker. It tries to bite Parker. On a 4 to 6, it tries to bite Grimbold. And I roll a 5.
Oh dear.
I roll a
not very
5.
tasty, you know. It's only I'm a morsel. I'm a mere morsel.
It doesn't think so.
You got a nice green, big.
That might be it.
thing.
It might be the greenness.
Yeah, maybe it's,
Ugh.
yeah.
It's much tastier.
Well, whatever. It's going to go for it. So it's rolling at advantage. What's your armor class, Grimbold?
Let me mind.
Ooh, the first roll is a 5. You sure you don't want me to tell me your armor class?
16.
16. That's a miss. Here we go. There's a chance. Oh, it's not a chance. That hits armor class 20. Grimbold, you take the following damage. You're on 6 hit points. Is that correct?
Yes,
So you're probably going to be on 0 hit points, but I'll roll the damage. We'll just see what happens. Here we go. It's pretty substantial. I mean, it's very substantial. I won't sugarcoat it for you. Here they come. All the lovely d8s. 10, 13, 18 points of damage. So you're on 0
It's
again.
a nasty combat, this.
It's very nasty. It's
Yeah.
almost like it's the last combat of a long and extended section.
What's your
Yeah.
constitution?
Me.
It's hit points, not
15.
constitution. You'll be delighted to learn.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean?
If you were fishing, Dan,
Yeah.
which of course you wouldn't,
No, I wouldn't do that.
for the
no.
possibility that Grimbold has died as a result of his injuries, I think you have to take your... Graham knows the rules better than I do. Graham,
You've got to take your negative hit points in
Points,
your total maximum positive hit points.
not your constitution.
Right.
Which is kind of, when you think about it, it's sort of self-evident, because what happens at like 15th level when your constitution really hasn't moved on that much, but the damage is like, absolutely monstrous. And that is it for the Roper. Now, Sessions, you're attacked by a Twiglet.
Oh, what?
I was wondering what that was doing.
Bloody twiglets.
There's a final Twiglet.
Yeah.
It leaps up and strikes at you, Sessions,
Yeah.
rolling a 2.
That would be a
Of
miss.
course it rolls a 2. All its dreams are shattered. It was hoping it would one day become, I don't know, a cheese thin or a mini cheddar or something. Anyway, and then another thing happens this round. Something concerning.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
No,
The monster.
Sessions, Parker, can you give me... No, actually, just Sessions. Can you give me a perception check?
Perception.
I've got something to tell you all, but I've got maybe a bit more information for Sessions.
Yeah, I can definitely give a perception
James, you might be
check.
fine.
Right. So
It might not.
might be doing.
13 with both. So I get 16.
16 is good enough. Right, sessions. Well, everybody, you can feel a rumbling, a deep sub-bass resonance.
Pool-based rumbling.
I mean, that's you're asking me
Excuse me?
to speculate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, a pool-based rumbling. No, that's something separate. Where we have to pour tons of water and warm them.
That's not
That's the cushion on the ceiling.
grab handles.
Last scene of The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
No, it's not a Paul-based rumbling.
No,
We can't get into it. Yeah, you don't know. But there's a deep subsonic resonance that you all pick up on. It's coming through your feet. Or if you're Parker and Grimbold, it's coming through the cliff, then through the roper, and then into you. Sessions, your perception check indicates to you, or is sufficient for you to notice, that the temperature where you are just dropped by a degree or so. And you're also detecting, maybe it's not a new thing, maybe it's something you just noticed, but the air pressure seems to be going a little bit. You've got a little bit of pressure in the inner ear there, Sessions. That's what you get with your perception check. And we move on
It's the brown mold expanding.
to Parker. I mean, you might know what this is, but it's in the scrolls, potentially.
Oh, I've got to read them again, don't I?
Nobody can remember.
Well,
Well, let's focus on killing the thing and then worrying about the problem.
I am now.
grabbed.
Yeah, but you said it reeled me in.
Yes, you're next to it. You're able to now. That's why I was thinking it's not actually the worst thing in the world for you to be reeled in. You're now able to attack it. You're at disadvantage, but you're able to punch it.
Right. Well, I should. Well,
Well,
hit
you'll
it.
try to.
Yeah. So
I think we've
first
established that this
roll,
thing has got a bit of an ironclad armor class, and
Uh-oh.
Is it well?
2 is not going to get there.
So and
Do
then
you have a second attack or not?
Yes, the unarmed strike. The first roll is a 15.
That's not enough.
That's terrible.
That is not good. Okay, let's move on then. Cuthbert, you've got to decide. Cuthbert, you've got to decide what to do.
Well, things have changed.
Things have changed. Grimbold is back on 0 hit points, though.
Yeah.
I don't know
But-
that Cuthbert understands the concept of the death saving throw. I think we've got to be clear about the metagaming aspect. I'm prepared to allow so much, but
But Cuthbert is also looking at things going, if it falls on me, I'm down to about a third of what I should be. I'm likely to be squashed anyway.
you wouldn't want it falling on you, no.
No. So Cuthbert is going to revise his position.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a step back.
Yes.
He's got his longbow out, and he's going to take a shot at this thing.
Right.
At the
Okay.
body.
Yes.
So he's got the 1 attack.
Yeah, but no
So he's
disadvantage, no anything else.
So it's 1 plus 14, which is not good.
Not going to be enough.
Nope. And that will be his round.
Dear. Right, Burple.
Well, I've worked out I've got a 1% chance of hitting it.
Why don't you move forward then?
Why would that help?
It's 30 foot.
30
Well, how
foot.
far up is it?
55
55 feet.
Oh Christ!
So
Do you have no cantrips?
no. Well, I've got yes, I do, but they're shit.
Well, are they shitter than the crossbow that only...
That's out of range.
Okay, I've got cantrips. I've got a blade ward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
That does actually sound quite shit, yeah.
I could do a mage hand,
Mm-hmm.
30 foot, or a thunderclap. which
What
has a-
about firing your thing at a tentacle rather than it, because it might have less armor class?
I'm going to go down the corridor.
What does
and-
Thunderclap do?
It's 5 foot range.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
That's hopeless.
yeah. It's all around me in a 5 foot. Anyone next to me, basically.
Oh, I see. Yes, it's that thing. I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that I got wrong before.
Yeah, the thing that you used on the.
Yeah, we just hand wave that particular error.
That's quite embarrassing, that one,
Well,
wasn't
it's months and months ago. I mean, who would remember it?
No, who would remember that
I mean,
particular
who would
error?
stay
Got
awake
it
at
wrong.
night thinking about? Anyway.
So I'm going to go and so I've got this backpack.
Yes.
There was something else, wasn't there?
There was a rope and there were a couple of scrolls.
Well, I'll take the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at the scrolls? Can I see what the scrolls say?
You can glance at the scrolls, but I'm afraid the news is not maybe what you're hoping for. For example, you were hoping to find a scroll of levitation and a scroll of super healing.
Yeah,
Rope of climbing.
scroll of
That-
lightning.
Well, rope of climbing is not out of the question, but the scrolls themselves. Let me tell you about them.
So I'll put the rope in my backpack.
The scrolls, they look like they're written in common.
Yeah.
They look rambling pieces of sort of weird prophetic lunacy.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Like the kind
Grimbold, I found
the,
your
like
diary.
the Zodiac killer's bedroom,
Yeah.
like stuff stuck on the wall. It's just all like arrows and weirdness. You think that you might, given a little bit of time, be able to kind of work out what the general kind of sense of them is, but it's not particularly useful now. The rope looks like it's better than a usual rope.
Oh, so it might be a rope of clay. Is it?
Well, it's certainly a very nicely woven piece of silk rope.
Oh, okay. I think that's all I can do really in my round.
Okay. Well, we're in trouble again then.
Grimbold.
Me.
Grimbold, it's your first death saving throw. I don't know how many you've made. We keep resetting the clock, but I'm afraid you've got to start making them again, and you're back in trouble. Back in as much trouble as you were in before. But here we go.
Yeah, because he might bite me. Although I'm limp.
It might bite you, or somebody might kill it, and it might fall. I mean, we're basically back to where we were. But let's start
Well,
with
not quite so bad.
not quite so bad because
Okay, so this is the death roll. It's 11.
Oh.
It's the save.
it's a save. Well, that puts you in a
Hurrah.
much better position because
Hurrah.
now you've got the ability to fall. All sorts of things become possible. Sessions.
There's a twig blight in front of me, yeah?
There's a twig behind you. It's kind of running up behind you as you're standing at the edge of the cliff.
This is annoying. Does it look healthy?
Not particularly, no. It looks like between you, Cuthbert, and Parker, it's been a bit beaten up.
Okay.
It's the last of the twiglets.
Last of the twiglets. Well, so
Kill it with fire.
One with all the
I
bits
don't
of
have
dust around
fire.
it, right at the bottom of the packet.
Have you still got your crushing coin?
yes.
Yeah, the crushing coin is floating. Yeah, I think the crushing coin, by the way, has got what, a 10-round duration?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Crushing coin's been around for a very long time.
Has it?
Like, yeah. I'm not going to pull the rug from under your feet, Sessions, now, but I think this thing has got a round or two tops, and I think I've been very nice to keep it going.
You probably have, actually. Well, I think I will start by doing Toll the Dead on the twig blight.
Yes. Does it
Wisdom
have to
save.
do? Has to make a wisdom save. Okay, I can tell you now that its wisdom save is not impressive. In fact, its wisdom save is, frankly, a hindrance. What's the DC?
13.
Oh, and it rolls a
course it
15.
does.
Minus 1 is a 14.
Of course
That
it
is
does.
a
Of course it
save.
does.
That's
Every time. And then where to attack with the crushing coin?
Well, you think the roper is unwell, or you've got the twiglet.
Do the roper.
Okay, I'll continue doing the roper.
Okay. Yes, you're using the crushing coin on the roper because you can see through the eyes of your aspect thing.
Well, no, I can't. I have to see. In that case, I'll fire the crushing coin at the twig blight.
Okay, at the twiglet. Yeah.
I have to lean over the edge to see it, don't I?
Yes, you do. You can lean over the edge. I mean, you're standing on the edge of the cliff. You can. I'm being unnecessarily harsh. I think we've already established that you can see the roper standing at the edge there. It's fine. It's your choice. Do you look after yourself?
I'm gonna try and do the roper.
Okay,
Probably
go for it.
stupid This
Need a big number.
no,
it rolled
looked
off the
like a
nine.
19, but it's a
Rolled
3.
off the 19 is a miss. Oh
Yeah.
my god, this is still going. Anybody else? Anything? Is that it? You've normally got a
that's-
bonus action? No.
That is the bonus action.
Right,
the
I'm
crushing
saying that
coin.
next round is the last round of the crushing coin.
Fair enough.
And it's the roper. It's almost certainly going to go for Parker, but there is a chance it will go for Grimbold. On a 1 to 5 on a d6, it goes for Parker. On a 6, it goes for Grimbold. Trying to get lunch sorted before it starts on supper. Here we go. Running a d6, getting a 3, it goes for Parker. Parker, it's attacking you at advantage. Its first roll hits armor. Oh my god, it's armor class 24. That's a hit, isn't it, Parker?
How many hit points you got?
That is a hit, unfortunately. Yeah.
Have you
How
got any
points
hit?
have you got, Parker?
Reasonably, 24.
You haven't got 24 hit points
3d8?
anymore, Parker. Here we
No.
go. More than that, I'm afraid.
Oh my
God.
27.
14.
27.
27 points of damage, Parker. So you are buggered.
Well, my relentless endurance kicks in.
Ugh, this could not be closer. It has absolutely laid waste to Parker, who somehow is still in it.
Yeah.
I think, Dan, we need you to do something.
What?
Or anything.
I mean, you've got the rope.
There's a very strong
Probably a rope of
possibility that there'll
climber.
be no one attacking it in a second.
Yes.
See, Dan, I've got an idea.
It's a 1 in 100 chance of hitting it.
You've got a rope of climbing.
And 5 hit points.
Okay.
Well, that's more
That's
than I
5
got.
more than both Grimbold and Parker have.
Yeah.
Dan, do you know what we should do?
What?
You and I, we should just find a way out of this place.
I think there is an exit down where I am.
I think we should just walk away. I mean, then at least 2 of us survive.
I've got no spells.
How many
I've
hit
got-
points are you on, Cuthbert?
I'm on 15 out of 38.
You could throw the.
You might make it out.
Sessions, what are you on?
I'm similar to Parker. To Cuthbert.
So you're on about 15.
You could move over, unfold the rope. Cuthbert can climb up the rope, attack it with his 2 weapons.
Whilst I'm on a rope.
Oh, 1 weapon.
Or 1 weapon.
What's your longbow like?
Can you fire?
Yeah, I can fire a longbow.
Are you better with the bow than you are hitting, or better?
No,
at
I'm
hitting?
not. I've got +5.
+5 with the longbow, and how much with the sword?
Short sword +6, rapier +5. Actually,
Yeah.
the longbow is I'm at equivalent in damage, but it's only 1 shot per round.
But you get a
Yeah,
sneak
but you-
attack, do you? If you're
Not with a
5
longbow.
foot, but with a rapier you would.
If you get sneak attack with a melee weapon, why do you not get it with a longbow?
I don't know that you don't, do you?
I think you do.
Hold up. Let's have a look at the rules.
The attack must. Oh no, you're right. The attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
So if I attack, if I do hit,
Yes, if you do hit,
but the
because
enemy isn't.
Parker is awake.
Yes, Parker's awake because the enemy isn't incapacitated.
No, not the enemy. If you
Sorry,
have an
yeah.
ally within
An
5
ally.
feet of your target, and that ally is not incapacitated.
Well, he is incapacitated, isn't it?
No, he's
He's held.
restrained and he's grappled, but he's not incapacitated.
He is incapacitated though.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
When I got grabbed, I got restrained and incapacitated.
No, you got restrained and grappled.
No, you're right. I wasn't incapacitated. I was restrained and grappled. You're right.
But
Yeah,
that's
restrained and grappled, you're not incapacitated. Incapacitated is when you're basically unconscious.
Yeah.
The intent of the rule is that if you have an ally who threatens the same foe,
yeah.
they're distracted sufficiently for you to get thinking, yeah, Parker threatens this guy. He may be attacking at disadvantage, but he's threatening him.
Yeah.
So I
I
could
say
get.
guy, actually it's a female roper.
So, but it's
Mildred.
only if I hit.
Yeah.
Sneak
Wait.
attack only applies if I hit.
Have you got Urt dice?
I don't.
No, I think you've used your dice.
I don't have an dice.
Oh, well.
I'm afraid.
You might hit. Could be. Let's be
Well,
optimistic.
anyway, let's. Where are we? It's Parker's round. Let's start with Parker.
Right. One question. What was the DC of the acrobatics check I have to make to free myself?
That's not been established. I mean, it's not been revealed. Johnny has a guess as to what the number is.
I think it was a 20, wasn't it?
It wasn't 20, no. I mean, it's not that much.
Because this is quite a big hitter, so I'm wondering about being able to
Well, yeah.
extricate myself and then move back and do range attacks on it. Might not be better than.
If you extricate yourself, you'll fall.
Oh, okay.
You've been dragged off the edge of the cliff. You're only not falling because you're grabbed by this thing.
Hitting it, you'll be at disadvantage,
Yeah. Well, we know that. That's what happened.
and it's got at least 19 armor class.
Yeah.
What about a spell? Can you
Can you do a spell?
No, I can do
Well,
it.
if there's an attack roll, then that is potentially at disadvantage. But
Yeah, but it wouldn't have such a high armor class to overcome.
Why not?
No, same armor class, isn't it?
Same armor class. 'Cause this is
You want something that has a
Pathfinder.
saving throw, not an
Yeah.
attack roll.
yeah,
I don't. So if I extricate myself, there's no opportunity to sort of grab onto the edge of the cliff, or
yes, there is. When we got into this with Burple, he was given the opportunity to free himself from the clutches of the tendril, but retain hold of the tendril.
yeah.
Maybe do something Tarzan-like. We didn't get into what that might look like or how difficult that might be if he chose to do so. The other option that he was given was that he might free himself of the tendril and make a go for grabbing onto some part of the surface of the cliff. Again, not easy, but it was there as an option. But in the end, Dan thought that Burple
You get to get the hell out
wanted a
of
clean break from the situation. And when it was established that there was no attack of opportunity for falling, he fell.
Yeah. But I can't fall. I'm on 1 hit point.
Don't you have a monk falling next to walls and taking no damage from the fall ability?
I don't think I'm high enough level for that, unfortunately. I'm going to try and hit it again.
With
At
your
disadvantage
just
my
with your
shenanigans.
thumpy stuff.
I'm just going to thumpy.
Thumpy
I
stuff.
haven't really got much option.
Okay.
So that's a 20.
Ooh.
20. Okay. So far so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to roll again.
And the second one, it's a 16.
Is not enough.
Do you have your Ort dice?
I do have my Ort dice, so I
Would
can
you like to roll that again and add a d6?
Yes.
You can just roll that one and keep the 20, I'm saying. Otherwise, it plays against you.
Well, up to you to decide.
It allows you to roll a single d20 roll again and add a d6. So I think in this instance, it works for you.
There we go. And add a.
Disaster.
The unarmed strike, at least we'll have a go with that, is a miss. Jeez. Okay. Well, that was
catastrophic, Parker. Let's not dress it up. Cuthbert
Come on, Cuthbert with the bow.
Cuthbert with the long
Come
bow.
on, Cuthbert.
This thing
You can do it.
has taken 4 points of damage in the
It's a
last
sneak
however
attack
many rounds.
damage. You just need to roll.
See?
One decent roll.
You've
Have
used
a
your alt
choice.
dice though.
Oh yeah, I've used my old dice. I need a decent roll.
You can
I
do
was
it.
Just,
You
I was
can
just
do it.
thinking, Burple, you and
You can do it,
I,
but you're back into it.
we could just turn around. Walk
Well, you
away.
can always shoot and
There
move.
may be
Paul.
no way out down that way.
Maybe or I could just shoot it. I've
Because
got
what we might need the rope climbing for is to get onto the cage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a go at shooting it.
And
And
critical.
we
Get it
know
critical.
how Cuthbert rolls.
Great big number.
Big
Just an
fat
enormous
critical
number.
coming up. Big
Critical.
number.
Nice.
Big
Feel it,
number
you can
coming
feel
up.
it.
20,
Here's the big
20.
number.
It's coming. It's
Any
coming.
second now.
Any
I can see the big
second now.
number.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a round number.
But it's a unitary.
It's
Anyway,
a singular.
It's probably one of the
singularly
most
Singularity.
enormous. Yeah.
one of the most important numbers in the universe.
I think you're right, but I think that's right. The whole number thing is so hierarchical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a trophy. One is a perfectly respectable number.
It's not though.
What?
That was just a practice roll, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was just a practice.
It was just
roll.
practicing.
clusterfuck.
Next.
Do you want to move, Cuthbert?
No. No.
Have you got two attack?
You don't want to curl into a ball, for example, and just
Weeping.
and cry. I mean, that's what I would do.
No, I'm fine. Thanks. Just move on.
Okay. I mean, if you want to make your own role-playing decisions.
Move
but-
along. There's nothing to
Okay.
see
Well,
here.
Burple, if you can keep the smile off your face, it's your round.
Okay. So.
Oh,
so
you didn't see any of this. You just hear
I just hear a twang.
you're a twang, a skitter,
Ow.
and a whimper. And you feel a wave of existential disappointment wash over you.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. I've got this rope. I've got this backpack. I've got the scrolls.
Yes.
Is
yes.
there anything else of any interest in this area?
Apart from the way out? No.
So when you talk to me about the way out.
There is a break, a little area of this scree slope
Yeah.
that's pulled away, or maybe it's been actually pushed clear by something coming from the other side, and there is a tight, dark little entrance leading away to the south.
How far?
Oh, well, you're standing next to it. If you're standing at the foot of the scree slope,
Yes, I've got 60-foot dark vision.
yeah, you can see a little tunnel, a little passageway, very like the passageways that you've been navigating thus far in this area. You can see a little passageway leading away to the south. It's just about, it's the same. The tree roots, the darkness, the autumn leaves, the smoke, the works.
Right. Okay. In which
That's why we've got to be
case-
careful about using the phrase "a way out."
Yes.
Could be a way
I
in.
understand. So I'm moving up to the so back into the main room.
Yeah, back into the chamber.
Within distance to be able to move, extract the rope next round, and then move back again.
Okay, but you've got the rope.
Yes, I have the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Is it obvious the sort of mechanism for?
No, it's
Shit.
not.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
You think some arcane, I don't know, some arcane detection or reflection or thinking or understanding or attunement might be required if this is what you think it is, this rope, for you to be able to use it.
Okay. Well, in which case, I'm going to move quietly down this passageway.
So you're heading south.
I'm heading south.
Okay. Your dark vision helps,
Yeah.
but of course it's very smoky. It's leading down.
It's
Down
leading
and
down,
down,
okay.
Burple. Yeah.
Okay. Forget that. I'm going to move back, plan A, back out of the corridor, back into the main room.
You've moved and you've changed your mind, and you've moved, you've changed your mind again, and then you've moved back.
I'm just trying to get a lay of the land.
Yeah. We've been more than Grimbold. It's death save time, isn't it? Don't you? You're always making death saves.
Does say time, so here we go.
And
It's a one which I get to re-roll.
oh my god.
Yes.
So you can't hold up.
Hmm?
Sorry. Pause for a second. Your halfling luck means you can re-roll ones.
Yes.
Forever? I mean, like, if you roll a 1 and then you re-roll it and it's another 1, can you re-roll it again?
Yeah, you can keep re-rolling them.
So you can never fail 2 death saves at once, like that?
That's true. Yes. I don't
I think death saves might be immune to this.
No, I don't think you get the second roll. You have to take the second roll.
Do you? Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to say that would be... I mean,
Nice try though.
nice try. Okay, anyway, you get to re-roll this, so give it a shot.
Okay, so here we go. It's 4.
Well, it's better than a 1.
It's a bit better than a 1, but
That's the second time in 2 or 3 weeks that you've re-rolled a 1 and got a 4. Okay,
yeah.
you have 1 fail.
Right. So if it munches me, I'm dead.
If it munches you, you're dead, and we're down to Sessions.
Okay. Sessions now realizes he's been doing this all wrong. Yeah. So what I should be doing
Right.
is toll the dying on the roper.
Right.
Okay. So
Yes.
wisdom.
A wisdom save from the roper.
I don't mean to be
Mhm.
probably
The
shouldn't
bit
say
anyway.
this. Lucky. When you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we had established that this is a death save is not a saving throw.
Lucky is a feat, but this is Grimbold's halfling.
This is under halfling.
But it said saves. I mean,
It says saving throws.
that's the same as a lucky. It says roll, attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yeah.
So
What are we trying to do? Are we trying to drop Grimbold in it, right?
Yeah, Dan's basically
no,
trying to make
I,
sure that.
I'm not.
It's called a death saving throw in the rules.
So it's a saving.
Unlike other saving throws, this one isn't tied to any ability score.
No.
But why does that
Johnny,
make
I have a very unfortunate sentence for you.
Yes.
You are in the hands of fate now. Aided... Oh, no. It's a great Sorry, Johnny, I have a fantastic sentence for you.
Yep.
You are in the hands of fate now, aided only by spells and features that improve your chances of succeeding on a saving throw.
Oh, nice.
See, the other one that's brilliant, which is where I cursed earlier, is bless applies to it as well.
Oh, bless does apply to it. Mamma mia.
Bless
Anyway,
applies to a death saving throw.
any
Yeah,
spell
saving
feature
throw.
that improves
Oh
your
my
chances of
God.
succeeding on a saving
That
throw.
is
Wow.
right.
That's a game changer. Well, it would have been if we'd thought of it, or you'd thought of it. I've now completely forgotten where we are.
Sessions doing a thing
So-
on the thing.
Yeah.
Toll the
so-
dead on the roper.
Yeah, I'm doing toll the dead on the roper.
Right,
Needs
so
to
the
make a
roper
saving
has got
throw.
a handy enough wisdom save.
Okay.
Okay,
It's,
but
it's,
it's better
it's
than
the Toll the Dead Mike always saves on it.
Because this roper is, in fact, an 18th level paladin. Here we go. I'm going to roll the dice. I almost
gonna
can't
save.
look. I can't look.
He's going to save.
12?
What's the DC?
13.
It makes the save.
Oh,
He's going to save.
for
He always makes a save.
sake.
Okay, and then with my
Last round of the crushing coin,
I'm going to fire the crushing coin at the twig blight.
otherwise known as the 22nd round of the crushing coin.
At the
Something
twig
like
light.
that, possibly. Who knows?
Okay, here we go. Oh,
Armor class 15
is enough.
for
What is the damage?
8 points of damage.
Oh, that should do
8
it.
points of damage is enough to see off the final twiglet.
Yay! At least we can focus.
It's the final twiglet.
Wanted to become a pretzel, but in the end it
Right,
turned out
that's
to be
my
Monster Munch.
go. And then this obviously comes off as well.
Right, it's the roper. So, sorry, tell me where we are. Parker is on 1 hit point, using his relentless thingy.
Yeah.
Grimbold has made 1 death save, 1 death fail, correct?
Yes, so
If it attacks Grimbold, it
Yeah,
kills
dead.
Grimbold.
Yeah.
Unless it misses, it's attacking at advantage. If it attacks Parker, then Parker is in trouble, but not as much trouble. Parker is awake, therefore it is more likely to attack Parker than Grimbold, and that will be reflected in the d6 roll I'm about to make. Parker, on a 1 to 4, it attacks you. Grimbold, on a 5 or a 6, it attacks you. Out goes the dice of fate. Rolls a
Ah,
6.
okay, come on, let's just get on with it. Yeah.
Grimbold, here we go. First roll, at advantage, I roll a 9. I hit armor class 60.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sorry.
There.
I'm sorry. I love Grimbold.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm afraid it eats Grimbold's face.
You didn't have to quite put it like that.
We need a moment
To
of
nibble his
reflection.
toes or something.
And Grimbold is no more.
Is there anything left?
I think we can just have a little moment. Can we have a moment?
Give me a moment.
Reincarnated, so we back together. Reincarnated, limbs in different order. Reincarnated, so we back together. On the druid's table, play him as a badger.
Grimbold's been with us from the very beginning, as have the rest of you. And somehow, I
That's
just
where you
thought
play in Grimbold's best moments or something.
The last post, maybe.
You have to.
it's where Burple,
As long as
who has
Burple's
long
not
had
playing
this
the
song
music.
prepared,
Yes.
sings the Burple Lament,
Dirge. The Burple Dirge.
the elegy.
Yeah.
That
I
is
just-
a real shame, and I thought that you'd got away with that.
Could just one thing though. When he kills Grimbold, does he let him fall to the ground?
When he kills Grimbold, does he let him fall to the ground? No, he's just going to eat him. He's just eating his face and he's holding onto it.
Okay.
Taking
I
bites out of it.
want to search the body. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, for a moment there, I just thought this little ray of light had pierced the clouds. It turned out to be...
Yeah.
very
I thought
nice.
maybe
Right.
you got to scroll to raise dead or something. And then,
Yes, just for a moment there. And then
you know, or some special ability from the green eye or whatever.
Parker. I mean, it's going to be you next round, Parker, unless you do something
Wow.
sharpish.
I mean, like you
Oh
said.
no, Grimbold! I can't believe this. I mean, I can believe it, but
Well, it's going to be the first of many at this rate.
yeah, maybe.
Well,
Early on, you thumped this thing to the point where I think I told you a while ago that it was looking
Yeah.
more than bloodied, and then ever since then,
We
nothing's
haven't
happened.
done any damage on it.
You've done 4 points. Escape from the tendril, attack the tendril, shove the main creature, or attack the main creature.
yeah. So the two attack options, I don't know.
They're not good.
The odds on those aren't looking good. The shove option, that's a strength check, but it's not a disadvantage.
Because it's an attack roll, you're rolling at disadvantage. So it's the worst of your two numbers that I'm trying to beat.
So it's almost, I mean, it's almost like at least if I attack it, I actually get 4 rolls because I get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Shove, I get a +1 on athletics.
The alternative is that you try and free yourself.
Freeing myself is, what did you say, is an acrobatic?
It's a static DC. I think we've established that 16 was definitely enough to get you free. You don't make it a disadvantage.
Okay,
It's an athletics or an acrobatics check, your choice.
+2 acrobatics.
And if you succeed, you then have to decide about what to do.
Yeah, my best odds are the acrobatics check then.
Go for it. I know what number you need,
And I used up my alt dice.
and you've used your alt dice already. That's, yeah, a shame. But let's see how you do.
Ready?
Yep, rolling the green dice of power.
13 for a 15 acrobatics check.
15 is exactly what you needed.
Oh, okay.
You are free of the tendril. Now,
Right.
Parker, lack of cheering from the audience, but there we go.
Hooray.
You can let yourself fall, or you can try and do something else.
I'm going to try and, I mean, in the end, if I fail, I'm going to fall whatever, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to make the attempt to clamber back up over the cliff.
Wow. Okay. So you're going to try and grab onto the cliff. Give me a climb check. I'm afraid the problem is this is an athletics check, but anyway.
A climb, you mean an athletics check, right?
Well, climb check is an athletics check. Yeah. So, I mean, you're rolling at -1 and blah, blah, blah. Unless you're trained in climbing.
I'm +1 athletics. Not...
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to try and, well, for starters, you're going to try and grab on to the cliff face.
What's the DC?
I know the DC, yeah, that's right. Oh,
A 13 for a 14.
14 is enough. Okay, so you can, I think with a climb check, you can move half your speed, anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's half your speed?
4 squares.
I mean, you've got to bear in mind that there's a tax opportunity. You may want to stay where you are.
Yeah, but he doesn't get those at advantage anymore, right?
It would not be at advantage, but he would get an attack, including with a tendril.
Would he get a bite attack?
Maybe. I mean, he gets 1 attack as you leave its threatened square. It could choose to use a tendril to try and reel you back in, or to try and bite you and do a load of damage on you.
Well, if I stay where I am, it's going to get another attack on me anyway, unless, of course, we kill it. It's a difficult decision, and I'm not entirely sure what to do. Because, I mean, effectively...
But it's a free action to let go, Parker.
Yeah, but if I let go, then I'm dead.
No, you're not dead.
Well,
you're on 0 hit points. unless you take enough hit points from the fall to put you on negative as many hit points as you have at maximum. It's 4d6. Maximum, therefore, is 24 points of damage. Average is 14. Then the Roper would not have anybody apart from the dead Grimbold. I can't believe it. Grimbold is... I just can't believe it. Anyway, would have nobody apart from the dead Grimbold to attack or do anything with. You could throw a tendril at Sessions. I'm not encouraging anything, but yeah.
Yeah, the thing is though, but then that's one further gun to attack this thing.
True.
Less, if you know what I mean.
Yes, absolutely, I understand. Yep.
I mean, if it
all predicated on the idea that you want to kill it. Yeah. That's all I'd say as friend guide storyteller. That is all based around the idea that the ultimate resolution of this is for you to kill the Roper.
Yeah, but I mean, even if I let myself fall, there's no way I'm going to be able to get away.
Because...
Well, I guess that then Cuthbert and Burple have got to come in and drag my body away. I suppose that's the possibility. Sessions has still got to get down the...
Yeah.
What does everybody else think?
I have a plan.
You have a plan?
What's your plan?
There's a couple of things I was just thinking. Number one, if possible, we can run away. We don't have to kill this thing. We've killed whatever his name is.
Already, you've forgotten.
Of course I've forgotten. Grallak Kur.
Half an Grallak Kur. Well done, yeah.
Grallak Kur. So we've killed Grallak Kur. So that's one thing. The Roper's he's not the end of level boss. He's just an end of level nasty monster.
You've got to rescue Parker, haven't you?
Well, Parker's disengaged himself from the...
Disengaged. Yeah.
Disengaged, unattached from the tendril, so we can potentially get away. The other plan would be to... It's a stupid plan, but we've got this rope. Throw one end of the rope at the Roper. See if the Roper actually wants to try and grapple the rope, and then pull it off, and let the fall kill it.
It would let go as soon as you yank the rope.
We don't know that.
It's got long tendrily arms. I mean, imagine the tension you'd have to put on its arm. Would it still be holding onto?
Well, it was just a thought. If you were going to try and shove it off the wall, why not try and pull it off the wall? And there's two of us down
lasso
there.
it somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just tying ourselves up in knots.
Dearie me.
Another bad joke.
Sorry.
Johnny, freed from the responsibility of running a character.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I mean, it's a difficult choice to let yourself drop off a cliff when you know you're effectively going to knock yourself unconscious.
It's a desperate choice.
But this rolls reasonably high, so an attack of opportunity has got a reasonably... I mean, it's like been attacking it like +6 or something, hasn't it?
You'd still be in range of the tentacles.
The other option is you could choose not to move.
Yes, you think it's got a substantial 2-hit bonus.
So, I mean, I was thinking if I moved over to Sessions, then it's going to basically have a bash at Sessions' mirror image, right? That's the next thing it's going to.
No.
It's worked out that Sessions' projected image is not real.
Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to mitigate the fall? I mean...
Why don't you...
I accept
Parker, why don't you... You've had your action, so you've only got move.
Yes.
I would stay still.
Well, hold on. Can I just to work this through? So at the moment, if we look on the, if we're on the side of the cliff, we're 5 foot.
You're in the second square down the face of the cliff.
Right. So I can basically move 1 square further down the cliff.
Yes, without drawing an attack opportunity. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Then use my free action to let go, meaning I would fall less.
You wouldn't make any material difference because you'd be falling 50 feet. We're already ignoring the odds 5 feet. It's still 4d6.
Right. Okay.
I think given where you are, there's little value in provoking the attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. I will stay where I am.
On we move. Cuthbert.
Well, that was the world's longest round. I still think, like I was trying to say earlier, we don't have to try and kill this thing. We've killed Grallak Kur. We can try and just get away from this thing. But I'm hanging around because in the event that Parker does drop and he needs stabling... Oh, God.
Stabling? Yeah, he's feeling a little horse. Yeah.
He's feeling... in the event he needs stabilising, I've got a healer's kit, which can do so.
Yep.
So I might as well hang around and take another shot at this thing.
Yes.
There we go. I'm going to do that.
Oh, hello. What have you got there?
I have hit rolling 16 plus 5, getting plus 21.
Is a hit.
Good.
And because Parker is still there, you get sneak attack damage.
And because Parker is still there, I get sneak attack damage.
Oh, this could be interesting.
This could be very interesting.
It's a 1d8 plus 3.
Okay, let's start with that.
It's an 8.
So I get 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And the sneak attack is
this is hilarious. How many dice are you rolling?
just the 1d.
You get 1d6. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay.
5, 13.
5 points of damage. 13 points of damage.
Teetering, but that is not enough, I'm afraid.
Burple will get it with his hand crossbow.
Can you imagine?
This would be hilarious.
It's not a chance I'm going to get it, but I will have a go.
Yep.
Got nothing else to do. So, the first shot.
The first roll for the first shot. Yeah.
Yeah, the first roll. Rolling at +4. This is at disadvantage, obviously.
Yeah. But let's get the first one out of the way just to see if there's any chance at all.
No.
And
15.
there isn't. Okay.
No.
That's it. We can move on to Grimbold. No, really. It's the first time we've managed to do that gag in the whole adventure.
Isn't it distracted?
What do you mean?
Well, that will give me advantage, and therefore it's...
I think that's a stretch. Yeah, it's feeling so pleased with itself. Sessions?
I'm
attention
going
on
to try my
Grimold's
old
face.
faithful Toll the Dying on.
Okay,
on
it's got to make a wisdom save. Yep.
You're going to do it.
Here we go.
Come on,
Again, I
Graham.
can't look.
You're going to do it.
For God's sake.
So natural 20, and as a result, it doesn't even notice you've cast the spell, and it now has to decide what to do. It doesn't
have my
decide.
round.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
can move if I wish.
Yes.
What was it that you wanted to do? I mean, that you're going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Not very much.
Not very much.
You're going to interact freely with an object.
How wounded is Parker?
Parker's got 1 hit point, I think, because of his relentless endurance.
I can't give him enough hit points.
To survive a being eaten, no.
No. And that's the only bonus action spell I've got left.
Again, friend guide storyteller, I should point out at this point that Parker is not currently grappled or restrained, so this creature will not be attacking him at advantage. And Parker has got, amazingly, a better armor class than the creature.
How good's your armor class, Parker?
21.
One option might be Shield
Yeah.
of Faith on Parker.
Ooh.
That will give him.
What's the range of
+2,
Shield of Faith?
60 feet.
Is it now?
Ah.
Hello.
Remember, I'm 5 foot away from him as well. I can
Yes,
do touch
I
spells on-
understand. Yes, your aspect of Snoodle is there. Yeah. Just cannot remember the name of it. Yeah.
Which is one of my 2 remaining first level spells, which are also the heal spells.
Oh no. But Sessions' aspect of Noodle is dangling from the cliff, so therefore could he? Oh, I see your point, Graham. A heal makes no material difference.
Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
the point. Because it does so much damage, so armor class
I
might be
completely
more
understand.
effective.
Class would be
Uh,
+2 bonus to armor class. That would put me on my armor class 23.
Makes you very difficult to hit, Parker. I mean,
Not very.
apart from the fact that it's me rolling and it's the blue dice, but yeah.
okay, so I'm going to do that. Shield of Faith on Parker. And then we're going to be really fucked on heals, but let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Right, okay. It's the Roper. So the first thing that happens, the Roper is going to attack Parker. It is going to try and, first of all, it's going to try and grab Parker with its tendrils. Yes? Because that makes life easier for it. First attack with the tendril. It's armor class 22.
It's a
Is that a miss? It's a miss. And only because
Yeah.
Misfortune
Okay.
is looking out for him.
the second attack with the tendril, it gets 4 of these.
What?
Is a 9, is a 16 is a miss. The third attack,
This is ridiculous.
it's not ridiculous, is a 9 again, and the fourth attack is a 15, is armor class
Also miss.
22.
Is a myth.
Oh, God. And then finally, it tries to bite you.
Oh,
This is it.
tell me the bite. The
This
bite's going to be the one.
Is it.
If it doesn't bite you, you're going to kill it.
A
missed it.
13 hits armor class 20. That is a miss. That Shield of Faith
Yeah.
just saved your ass by 1
Seriously.
point in
Twice.
2 rolls.
Yes. Save my
That is why Graham gets paid
Yeah.
a 6-figure salary. And why Graham Gold cover. That's the Roper. And then I should refresh your memories. The resonance is ever deeper, ever louder, and ever more shaky. And Sessions, Parker, you are feeling a distinct pressure in your inner ear, and it is getting a lot colder where you are. and we move on to Parker.
It's coming from up where Sessions and Parker are, up from the stairs, not from
the pool.
Right. So getting over the cliff is maybe also good. Well, I'm wondering about. It gets one attack of opportunity on me.
I mean, unless of course the inner ear pressure is the pressure of the black fluid about to leap from the pool and flood everything, in which case the last place you want to be.
Kill it.
Doesn't look very well.
Yeah. Can I attack it when I'm hanging on the edge of the cliff?
Well, at disadvantage.
Why don't you just drop onto its body and smash it?
Whoa.
I need to get myself into a position where I'm not attacking this thing at disadvantage, because that's not going to work. So dropping onto it, is that viable? Is that...
I don't know. This is a difficult one because you're clinging onto the cliff face.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make a decision to sort of do a sort of free climby, fingertips and toes, push off and leap on it, yes? And then try and grab hold of it. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I think that's an athletics check.
Doing a produce flame, is it also a disadvantage if I'm hanging?
You only need one hand.
Casting a spell where you need one free hand, I'm going to say is not a disadvantage.
Right, there we go. Produce flame on it then. Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Anything else?
4 more attacks on me next round, right?
It's going to get 5 more attacks on you next round.
So the attack of opportunity...
If you think you can avoid it, getting away from the bitey one would kind of create 2 rounds.
I should have done a move, shouldn't I?
Withdraw. Yeah, you could have done that, potentially.
What do you want to do?
Not thinking this through this evening. Really not thinking this through properly this evening.
What do you want to do?
I will move away.
Yeah.
Take your attack of opportunity on me.
I will. That attack obviously is going to be the bite attack.
Right.
I mean, it's stupid, but it's not that stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Grant Shapps. Yeah, but it's not Marc Francois. So it is going to roll a d20. Attacking armor class with 23 and rolls... Oh, a 3. It is Marc Francois. Rolls a 3. Hits armor class 10. It misses you as you... Whatever it is that you do. Mountain goat away along the cliff face. You going up, sideways, or down?
I'm going to go up the cliff face, over.
The cliff face?
The
cliff face?
Cliff.
Call it by its name. It's called Cliff Richard to you. Yeah? Or Mr. Richard.
Gonna go over the head of Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
And then walk along to over where Sessions is.
Okay.
And
you're going to raid the house of Cliff Richard. I mean, you're going to go over the head of Cliff Richard. And it's Cuthbert's round.
Do you call a man with a pile of rocks on his head Cliff?
No, it's a seagull.
It's a seagull.
Why?
Well, because the seagull... What do you call a man with a pile of rocks on his head?
Cliffs aren't known for having piles of rocks on them.
Anyway, okay. Cuthbert, it's your round.
Well, there's no reason to kill this thing anymore.
It's going to eat Grimbold, but I mean, hey.
It's still stopping us getting away, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not stopping you getting away.
Well, we go in 2 different directions then.
Grimbold's got all the magic.
Yes, that's true. And the rest of the magic's going to be at the top because it's going to be on that creature.
What creature?
The end-level boss.
Oh, the eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 50 feet of rope, Sessions, so we could shimmy down the rope.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we'll have to do in a minute, but I think first of all we need to get rid of the roper.
Do we not want to know what's going on with this pool?
Yeah, we probably do that as well.
Well, I can try and attack it.
Every time anybody asks Graham a question which involves all of you coming back up the cliff, he's going to say... Anyway,
I can try and shoot it again, but...
Yeah, you're going to kill it, I'm sure. I have confidence.
Yes.
Like last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like last time when you did
13 points of damage.
checks, notes, 13 points of damage, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Come on, Paul. It's nearly dead.
It's nearly dead. I will shoot it
You want the
again.
hero?
You're the only one that
Renown.
can hit it.
Armor class 21.
21 is a hit. Yes! How much damage?
Well, I don't get the sneak attack.
It's just a straight old d8 plus what?
D8 plus 3.
Oh, you still could fail.
9.
Don't fail! Yes! You spear the roper against the cliff.
Excellent.
It falls on top of you.
It falls away from the cliff and it lands on top of Cuthbert like an upturned wheelie bin
In a big cone.
on his head.
Yeah.
He's then running around. You've killed it. It falls. It's done. I'm delighted.
I'll go and scoop up Grimbold's magic. Scoop it up, put it in my new backpack.
You just scoop up Grimbold. He's a halfling. He's like,
Yeah, there's not much left. I put him in my backpack.
which backpack? The new backpack.
My new backpack.
Headless halfling.
He fits in the new backpack. He just
Yeah,
sort
he
of
does.
almost disappears into it, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Grimbold, it's your hand. Oh no. Sessions. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to go and scoop up the body of the IE
Grallak
guy, and
Grallak Kur, he's just a naked body, Graham.
There's
There's
nothing
nothing
on-
on it.
nothing on it at all.
Nothing on it at all.
Right, then I'll run back, tie my rope to the stalagmite.
The nearest one.
Yeah, nearest the cliff, so that we have a way of getting down. Or do we want to go down or up?
The rumbling becomes even more savage.
Go and have a look at what's going on.
I'm not going down.
The pressure on your inner ear, Parker and Sessions certainly, but also now down at the base of the cliff. So Burple, Cuthbert, the inner ear pressure is becoming very
I
uncomfortable, and it's
I think it's
getting
down
very
and then run
cold
down
in
the
there.
hole. The path.
You just get the sense that something behind you, something further up, something going back the way you came is happening. You're just not quite sure what.
Let's not stick around to find out.
Yeah.
Climb down the rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think it's down? You think we have to go up?
I don't understand the mechanism here, right? So you've got three, the what do they call it? The triumvirate or the triptych or the whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
These things are trying to bring about the creation of an uber god.
Yeah.
But we've thwarted them. Surely we've killed them. But it seems to be by killing them we seem to have brought about the creation of the uber god.
Cuthbert, make an intelligence roll.
Rolling an 18.
Cuthbert, you remember that when you were looking at those scrolls that you decoded with the little code key that you found in the odd northern set of rooms where you fought the bearded devil and the
Yes.
weird Wraithy thing?
Yes.
The very last line of that scroll, which looked like it was a message from the Faceless One,
It mentioned a rope.
it was, "Of course, dear Theldrek, if you were so rash as to slay my followers and I, then you soon shall join me in the afterlife. Doubtless, your treachery has already stirred the Overgod. Our mission has failed, and you will die at his hands."
So there's a bloody great worm burrowing its way through somewhere here, which is causing a huge pressure wave. Something like that?
No,
I mean,
it's
the fact
it's
that
the
our
pool.
ears
we've
It's got to be the
killed-
pool. It's got to be
It's
the
the
pool.
pool.
Or the pool,
We've-
but-
by killing them, we've summoned the Overgod.
So what we're feeling is the pressure where we are is increasing, right? I mean, all I'm saying is we don't want to go in the direction of where the pressure is coming.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem...
No, I can understand that, but I'm just trying to understand. So by killing these guys, we've basically summoned the god. Why have we summoned?
I
the
know
god?
what you
Maybe
mean.
we
I don't
haven't
get that.
heeded
It
the
seems
warning.
the wrong way round.
Whatever
Yeah,
it was,
but I'll-
there was a
I'll
warning
kinda
to
go
don't
with it.
do
That's
it.
what we've got.
And we've done it anyhow.
Yeah,
Now, we didn't pay attention or might not have read the warning.
yeah.
I mean, are we sure that they were actually trying to summon the god? Or were they
Yeah.
trying to do something more specific than just...
Our course is clear, my dear Theldrek. Smenk is no longer useful to us. I must die. Kill him, then send agents to Mist Marsh across the southern hills. I believe that we will find what we are looking for there,
That's
among the lizard folk. Summon more of your warriors if the calculations of portents are correct. The time for covert action is at an end. As the age of worms begins, we must
Yeah.
strike hard and fast to prepare the coming of the Overgod. The way of the Ebon Triad speaks of the danger of awakening the aspect too soon. Our
maybe
work will
what
be...
I'm trying to say is maybe they were trying to control it rather
Maybe
than
they
actually...
need more time to do something with it, and now
Yes, and
yeah,
we've stopped
okay,
them
so-
from doing that.
We
so
must
we
find
still,
the
even though we've
worms and the
summoned
undead
it,
hosts that
we've
carry them. If they are
actually
not
done some
here,
good.
then we must
Okay,
send
that
agents
makes
to the rift.
Okay, so we got some other clues as to where to go next.
Yeah.
Now, really, the question is: do we follow the little path out, or do we go back?
I think the little path out.
Yeah, I think the little path out.
That's my sense.
Yeah, definitely don't think we want to go back.
No.
One little section says the Ebon aspect stirs within the pool, but it is still not ready to emerge. Perhaps a traumatic event, an invasion by heretics, a great battle fought within these halls could awaken it. But even then it will attain only a minor form. And then a little later, there is a section that says, "Of course, dear Theldrek, if you were so rash as to slay my followers and I, then you soon shall join me in the afterlife. Doubtless your treachery has already stirred the Overgod. Our mission has failed and you will die at his hands."
I think I'm understanding now.
Yeah.
So we've basically weakened it by summoning it too soon.
Yeah, possibly. Sounds that way.
Works for me.
So let's get out of here.
Get out of here.
Climb me down and then run down the little passageway.
Climb me down, run down passageway.
Mm.
Climbing down, run down passageway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? Parker and Sessions are going to climb down.
Yeah.
Okay. By the time you've got to the bottom of the cliff and you're in the chamber below, the inner ear pressure is becoming actually quite difficult to deal with, and the temperature is seriously dropped. You can see frost start to break out on the rock walls and on the stalagmites and stalactites and on the floor.
Yeah.
And the rumbling has become serious.
We're going to make our way down that passageway.
As you start filtering into this very narrow, tight little tunnel, you hear the resonance, the deep subsonic bass resonance that's running through all the rock around you reaches a crescendo. There's a kind of shudder, and even from this distance you can hear a kind of roar and a kind of thundering sound, and the sound of something sort of cataclysmic taking place above you.
Yeah.
You push on into the darkness. The tunnel leads down and down and down and becomes even more constricted by roots and the scent of smoke. It's mixed with a damp, mossy smell. The damp, mossy smell of the forest floor. Who's got a light source?
I can cast light. I have light.
I think
as
I
a
can
cantrip.
too.
I have no memory of this place.
I've got dark vision, and I've got a torch if it needs to be.
I've got
Push
light.
on and on.
Dark vision.
Dark vision.
Hundreds of feet, and eventually it levels out. And then you get the sense that it is climbing. All the time, distant cries are echoing out at you from the darkness ahead.
Ahead.
Yeah.
When you say distant cries,
When I say distant, I mean distant. You get the sense that there are great distances ahead of you that this tunnel leads into. And the further you push on, you start to realize that you don't need your light spell anymore, because little strange purple and pink and orange phosphorescent mushrooms start dotting the walls, and they start lighting your way. And then you hit an odd point. You hit a point where just when you think that it's flattening out, it suddenly takes a sharp downward tilt, and the corridor seems to actually widen a little as it heads down. Can somebody give me a perception check?
Yes.
By now you've travelled 900 feet.
16.
16 is good enough. Parker's head just tips up a little bit. He sniffs the air. Parker, you can sense from above you cooler air, fresher air. You hold your light source high above your heads, and you realise that just as the passage dips down into the depths, maybe down into the timber dark, the underforest, that sort of mythical realm of the Grey Woodsman, there is actually above your heads a tunnel that leads up. You have to do a bit of clambering to get yourselves up there, but shortly you're on an upward slope. You climb up and you see light above you and ahead of you.
Yeah.
And within 100 feet, 200 feet of climbing, you emerge out into the day, blinking. It's raining. It's much warmer. The cold spell has passed, and you're standing in the boneyard of Diamond Lake, which you understand to have always been a kind of centre of the cult of the Grey Woodsman. Dark clouds kind of hang over you, but looking down the slope towards the town, you can see smoke rising from a couple of buildings. You hear detonations, you hear shouts and cries. It sounds like some kind of battle is going on down there. And as you stand there and look at that scene, you feel the power of Ord descend upon you, and you rise to 5th level. And we will find out what's going on in Diamond Lake next time.
nice.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Three Faces of Evil and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!